Day. Symbolic.
Damn, dog, why are you being racist,
The
dog?
leader
Just
of this
embrace
was
their
Benjamin
culture,
Hanil
dog.
Song.
To eat in literal
He
shit
was convicted of
piles is
attempted
racist
murder of a
and
law
never
enforcement
have
officer.
racist.
He shot a cop. He was sentenced to 100 years in prison. There were a bunch of other people here too.
And what if it started affecting
Maricela
everything
Rueda,
with
sentenced to 70
food,
years in
even
prison.
the
Cameron
store-bought
Arnold, 50
food?
years in prison.
Man, we
Another
move.
50 years to Savannah Batten, Zachary Evitz, Bradford
Yeah, dude,
Morris,
damn.
Elizabeth Soto. Another 30 years for Daniel Rolando Sanchez
It's
Estrada.
like
It's
the
a lot
grill
of names.
on Queensway used to be
There
a
are
fucking
others,
great
though, in addition
place
to the
go
8
for
that were
dinner
sentenced.
now.
There are 7 others
Some
who already pled guilty
Asian
prior
place.
to trial, so they will be sentenced on July 1st.
You just fucking leave,
Now, how is this being covered in the press? We have The Guardian here. Here we go. A Guardian article, Texas anti-ICE protesters convicted of terrorism charges. Okay, that's simple enough. We have here from the New York Times a little more spin on it. Protesters accused of Antifa ties sentenced to up to 100 years in ICE attack. Well, hold on. Protesters. People shooting a cop now
Yo,
is a
dog.
protest. That's a legitimate
Can I
form of
ask you a
protest, according to the New York
question?
Times. Setting off explosives at a federal facility. That's a protest.
As I always
according to the New
do,
York
I
Times.
have to be charitable
Traditionally
and
in
say, you
America,
can ask me
we
another
distinguish
question.
between protests, which are peaceful, and acts of terrorism
As you
and
stay
other kinds of
silent.
violence,
So-
which are not protests. Do you remember Chris Cuomo? I was just on Chris Cuomo's show. a
Yeah,
couple
if
days
you
ago.
shut the
Chris
fuck up,
Cuomo
you'd hear the question,
infamously
you fucking piece of shit.
joked when he was on CNN.
You didn't even fucking hear
He
it.
said during the George
You
Floyd
didn't
riots,
say
he said,
shit, bitch.
show me where in the
Yeah, because you talked
Constitution
over
says
it.
that protests
Doesn't
have to be
fucking feel,
peaceful.
dog.
He'll
Fucking
say,
dumbass.
the First Amendment. I think that's where it says.
Shall I
it.
ask
It
the
says
question
that
again?
People have a right peaceably to assemble.
Oh,
You don't have a right
I don't know.
to violently assemble. You certainly don't have a right to shoot cops. So the New York Times, right off the
Alright.
bat,
Yes or no?
legitimizing terrorism
Try.
and attacks on police officers. So they're accused.
How
of
is your
protesters. That's the first one.
resurfacing,
Then the
though?
second error here. Did
you blow any
No,
ballast?
they're not accused of Antifa ties. They were convicted of crimes using
Dog,
evidence
you were so
that
close
proved
to the
their Antifa
treasure
ties.
at the bottom of the ocean.
What did they do?
Yeah.
According
If I
to
go
The
any
Guardian, let's go
lower,
back to The
my,
Guardian piece for a second.
the
Although the
walls will fucking
charge
cave in,
does not
so-
require prosecutors to prove a connection.
But
to
dog,
any
why don't
kind
you
of
just
terrorist ideology.
reinforce
So the
the
prosecutors,
hull?
they did prove the connection in as much as they showed the evidence and the connections between all of the defendants. But the charge, the things that they were actually convicted on, don't require them to prove the connection. Yeah, it just requires to prove the crime. Only that a defendant provided support for one of a list of several crimes. The Justice Department spun the convictions as proof that Antifa was a terrorist organization. Hold on. Yeah, when you go to trial and you're convicted of a crime, all you have to do is prove that you committed the crime. That's true. There's nothing nefarious about that. There's nothing novel about that. That's just how the justice system works. But here, the Guardian is skeptical. They say, you know, come on, they're trying to spin this as proof that Antifa is a terrorist organization. Antifa has uniforms. Antifa has flags. Antifa members refer to themselves as members of Antifa.
How was Swiss
I have
Chalet
personally
today,
been the
dog?
target of Antifa, and 2 of the Antifa members were prosecuted for it, although they didn't receive anywhere near
Dog, I
the
wish-
just sentence. They
But he's
received
worked out some
far
shit
too
like
lenient
this.
sentences. But these are card-carrying members of Antifa.
Wasn't there that one
How
girl?
does the Guardian spin this? They say
Yeah, she hasn't
the
been there for a
defendants in the
while.
case are a collection of activists who were loosely affiliated with one another through a
Sad life.
local left-wing book club and gun group.
Yeah, that is a sad life,
A
dude.
euphemism for the ages. No, they're not part of a terrorist organization. They're just part of a local political book club and gun group. So they train in radical political ideas and shooting. So it's not a terrorist organization. They're a group that meets at a place, and they identify themselves as a member of a group,
Whoa.
and they discuss radical political ideas and, coincidentally, shooting people. But it's not like a terrorist organization or anything
Because
like
you're
that.
not playing fucking Titanfall, dog.
Prosecuted highlighted many of the zines, these are left-wing radical political pamphlets, that the group read as evidence of the conspiracy and ideology that was demonstrated. So the prosecutors, can you believe they did this? The prosecutors pointed to all of the ideological material that the terrorists shared with one another as proof that they shared an ideology. Can you believe that? How crazy, how radical. The evidence was met with widespread criticism from legal observers. They don't name the legal observers. What is a legal observer, by the way? You mean a lawyer? You mean a scholar? You mean a historian? No, just a legal observer, whatever that is. Widespread criticism from unnamed people. Sources say, who said that it was that it amounted to criminalizing freedom of speech? Did they say that? This is an amazing defense of Antifa coming from The Guardian, coming from the left-wing press.
Wait, is this a fucking
Because the way that the federal government is now considering Antifa is precisely the same way they consider all other kinds of domestic terror groups.
What businesses is it of
yours? This would be like saying there's a prosecution of the Ku Klux Klan for lynching a black guy. And they say, you know, these prosecutors, they were trying to
I asked, what business is it of yours,
and demonstrators
dog?
and protesters shared an ideology. And
you don't need
just
to
because they all passed around Mein Kampf and other materials,
whoever's business
you know, if we're really going to prosecute them this way, it's tantamount to prosecuting freedom of speech. Well, kind of. It's just looking at speech as it pertains to political ideology. You can't understand political ideology without looking at the kinds of things people are saying and reading and writing. And you're not even only prosecuting them for the ideology, you're prosecuting them for the crimes that they are committing, which are, nevertheless, connected to the ideology. Look, it's good news. It's good news that these people are being prosecuted.
Just tell your dad I wish him a happy birthday.
I'm glad it's finally happening. This is the first big prosecution since President Trump issued an executive order declaring Antifa a domestic terrorist organization.
I know it was like a couple weeks ago.
It's at least happening now.
I'm
We have
sorry,
prosecuted
all right?
left-wing anarchists for precisely these kinds of crimes, even related to immigration, as this one was, going back over 100 years. This was happening during the Wilson administration. This was happening in the early 20th century. Then we kind of lost our nerve for a moment. But Republicans and Democrats alike in American history have prosecuted precisely these kinds of people, precisely because of how they destabilize countries.
I need to install the vagina
here, though,
on the wall.
is that now you have mainstream elected prominent members of the Democrat Party
The wall.
who are defending the terrorists, who are defending killing cops. We'll get to Rashida Tlaib in a second.
The
First, I
vagina.
want to tell you about Mount Titano Media. Go to mounttitanomedia.com as we get how does very prominent Democrat Congressman Rashida Tlaib react to the sentencing of terrorists who shot a cop?
Good for her.
She says these sentences are a travesty.
I think her name is
It's a travesty.
Indy
Sentence of a left-wing
Navarrete.
terrorist who shot a cop. And totally unjustified. But that's the point. Americans hate the fascist Trump regime, so the only way they can try to cling to power is brute force. What are you talking about, brute force? This isn't the Trump White House that was doing this. This was the judiciary in our system of checks and balances, separation of powers, exactly as the Constitution lays out. The prosecutors presented evidence, and many of the terrorists pled guilty to the crimes of which they were accused. Then she goes on, she goes, NSPM 7 is a great threat to all of us. And more BS terrorism charges like these are coming. Now, what is NSPM 7? NSPM 7 is the National Security Presidential Memorandum titled Countering Domestic Terrorism and Organized Political Violence. The left and the right have agreed for many decades that we need to prosecute domestic terrorism. There's nothing novel about that. There's nothing partisan about that. But furthermore, these terrorists were not prosecuted for violating NSPM 7. They were prosecuted and convicted and sentenced based on long-standing crimes that they demonstrably committed, like shooting a cop. President Trump did not issue an executive order that criminalized shooting cops. That was already a crime. That's what they were convicted of. It's not just her. The Texas Observer, a totally mainstream media outlet, says, this can happen to you, and if they can do it to you, they will. From Stephen Zetti in March. The convictions of the Prairie Land activists puts everyone's right to protest at risk. Today, they were sentenced to over 50 years in prison. Now, I want to just tell you that means everyone's right to protest What they mean by protest here is shoot cops.
Winter
So it's
is
true.
coming,
Convictions
though.
here that the convictions do put everyone's right to shoot
It will
cops.
be a longer winter than ever
That's
before.
true. And the left clearly considers shooting cops a legitimate form of protest. More broadly, the left considers
It will
political
be
violence
10
a
years.
legitimate form of protest. This is why they
Cold,
largely
dark winter.
minimized and even
Are you
celebrated the murder of
prepared?
Charlie Kirk last September.
Sabandi.
They did that. They did that at all levels of the left,
Happy about
from elected representatives to members of the media
Too cool
to the lady who
for air
sits next to you at
conditioning,
work.
but too warm
Not just fringe radicals, not just members of the Antifa.
not the cold. So
Normie
I'll take
left.
2 years of winter.
Mainstream media outlets, elected members of Congress.
The dog,
These guys were all
the
convicted of normal
economic
crimes,
impact of such a thing will be.
and particularly heinous
dire.
crimes, particularly politically relevant crimes, and the mainstream left justifies it. Something has really changed.
Do you
I guess
have
I should
dire
have a caveat here.
wolves at your
The
disposal?
Democratic Party has been moving in this direction for many decades. So to say that something has fundamentally changed might be arguing too far. I guess what we would have to say is not that the underlying circumstances have changed, it's that they've just crossed the line. For a long time, even
What
if they
is
were
the name of
explicitly
your
supporting this kind of political violence, they would always stop short of admitting it in public. They would at the very least have public disavowals from
What
their
is the
most
name
prominent members
of your keep?
of political violence, even as they
Dog,
implicitly
I don't
encouraged it.
know one dog.
But now you're getting
What banner
an
do you
explicit
fly?
embrace from elected members of the party. This is the Democrats
have to
now.
make
Look
one,
to no
dog.
less a source than CNN.
What
The
would it
CNN
be,
pollster Harry
sir?
Hinton goes on to describe how the
make it.
Democrats have
I
now
don't
shifted.
think
They are no longer merely implicit socialists.
I am asking you
They
a
are now
question.
openly embracing socialism. Socialism in the Democratic Party is now more popular. Radicalism tied to anarchism, tied to, and now openly socialism are more prominently embraced by the Democrat Party than elected Democrat members of Congress.
While among Democrats themselves, the Democratic Socialists of America have a higher net favor rating than the Democratic Party does, at least those who are members of Congress. I mean, just take a look here. Dem Socialists of America, plus 17 points. Democrats in Congress, plus 4 points. No wonder that Dem Socialists are getting nominated across the political map in different primaries, because simply put, they are more popular than the Democrats currently in charge.
How do Democrats today view socialism compared to capitalism?
Match up socialism, capitalism among Democrats. You go back 16 years ago, 2010, capitalism and socialism right there, favorable rating, 51%, 50%. Look at it now. Socialism clearly in the lead among Democrats. 66% of them view socialism favorably, just 42% view capitalism favorably.
So major shift, at least in the honesty here, at least in the candor from the Democrats. And socialism, lest anyone be confused, is not merely wishing to raise taxes a little. It's not merely wishing to expand the welfare state. Socialism is inextricable from all other forms of leftist radicalism. Socialism is not merely a more collectivist economic policy. It is a radical, revolutionary political ideology that always ends up with violence, with upending the political system. Look at Rashida Tlaib, who is one of the most prominent socialist members of Congress. Rashida Tlaib is not merely calling for raising taxes on rich
Guy's
people.
on fucking
Rashida Tlaib
absolute
is
meth.
lamenting the fact that left-wing terrorists are being sentenced for shooting cops. That's what socialism is. It's encouraging violence against America and ordinary Americans. And this is why, when you see this shift in the mainstream Democrat Party,
You know, I
this
heard
is
a
a point
conspiracy
I've been
out
harping
there
on for many
that,
months now, and I have been pilloried for doing so.
Yoda
But nevertheless, I am
wanted
totally
Anakin
right
to
about
die
this, and I will
so
be
he
proven
could,
right. I am
fuck
being proven right
Padme.
day after day. Hate to say I told you so.
Apparently
The
the entire
chief
galaxy
threat
wanted to fuck
that
Padme,
you
so I wouldn't be
face,
surprised
you,
at
an
this point.
ordinary person,
That's what
Well, why do you
everybody
always
says.
say that?
serious, conservative,
fucking retards keep
ideological
telling me
person,
shit.
whether
Fuck
you are
Whoa.
just a normie, regular person who likes to have a
Why are
good,
they
normal way of
retards,
life.
dude? What if they're
The
just trying to
chief
figure
threat
out
that
the
you
truth?
face is not from some podcast. Some podcasters have stupid ideologies,
What's
annoying
happening?
ideologies. Some of them sound like total schizos. I'm not denying any of them. I'm just pointing out the chief threat that you face is not from some guy who has a microphone on the internet. The chief threat that you face is not from even some more normal faction of the American right that has been debating some other faction of the American right for many decades. That's I'm not even saying there aren't threats there. I'm just saying the chief threat that you
dark side and die
is from the
one thing this tells me is that
and the large constituency that elects those Democrats who are openly calling for violence against you and for killing cops and for letting terrorists off the hook and for bombing ICE facilities. That's the threat. That's the chief threat that you actually face. And we can bury our heads in the sand, and we can navel gaze, and we can focus on relatively lower order political issues. But these guys are winning elections. These guys are gaining power. Look what happened in New York last night. The Mamdani-backed candidates won. They beat the supposedly more moderate normal Democrats. By the way, the more moderate normal Democrats were already embracing a lot of this stuff anyway. And they got blown out of the water by the Mamdani-backed candidates. Like
you got transported into the universe, you'd end up being buddies with Cal Kester or whatever.
Deserving 9/11.
That's the case. I hope I would die at 66.
Business of capitalism and racism and white supremacy, etc., have all, and Islamophobia have all been used, to colonize lands, right, to take resources from other people, and so this is like a long trajectory, and we're just seeing the manifestations of that continuation, right, with 9/11, and so a lot of times
that's a hell of a way to go.
To respond about, attack, right? But if you look back, like historically, right? A lot of us come from lands that were colonized, lands were war.
Fucking dead pretty quick.
And a lot of times we think of U.S. culture or the culture in Europe, and so I find that we can connect over that, but then also that the idea that we have to apologize for like the terror attack that like a couple people did, and then there is no apologies or reparations for genocide and for slavery, etc. Is something that I kind of find like
Notice this argument. Notice when she says, the U.S. is responsible for 9/11. This is not the usual kind of conspiracy theorizing that you've heard from various fringe movements for 25 years now. She is not saying that Muslim terrorists were not responsible for 9/11, that they didn't commit 9/11. She's not saying, it was an inside job by George W. Bush, it was a false flag. Ooh. That's not what she's arguing. She's saying, yeah, Muslim terrorists perpetrated 9/11 and killed 3,000 innocent New Yorker civilians. And the New Yorkers deserved it. Yeah, no, the Muslim terrorists did it, for sure. And they slaughtered 3,000 innocent New Yorkers. But actually, it was the New Yorkers' fault. This is a woman who just won a political primary in New York with the endorsement of the mayor, who ordinary Democrat voters just voted for. It would be a lot better, actually, if this woman were coming out and saying, actually, the Muslims didn't do 9/11, it was George Bush or whatever. It was a false flag. She's not saying it. It's much worse. She's saying New Yorkers deserve 9/11. I am justifying the Muslim terrorists who I believe did it. Thank you, Mayor of New York, 25 years after 9/11, for giving me your endorsement. Not just her. Another one, Daria Lisa Chevalier, another Democrat who got Mamdani's endorsement.
Ooh. 23 fucking dollars.
No talk horde. I am the darkness.
What'd you say?
Asking what the fuck you just said. Nice. This guy shuts the fuck up.
No, what do you mean?
Fucking question, like some fucking retard.
Hey, what's your faggot question?
I hope you understand the futility of all of this.
Dude,
You claim the crystals for the Empire.
my
They
fucking
build their
dick and
armada.
balls, they're
We will
fucking
find a
done,
way to
dude.
detect it,
They're
to
tired.
destroy it. And then
They can't
the
carry
Empire will
on
build
the
something
way I've
bigger
been treating
and
them,
better.
dude.
On and on and on until
They
we
need to go on
destroy each other
vacation.
or the galaxy.
Know what I mean, dog?
They should, but they don't. They won't want to, I'm sure.
They're in an abusive relationship with me. I don't know what I have to do, dog. This fucking faggot still hasn't put Titanfall on the fucking stream.
Just die. I figured you would say that.
This guy just wants to do fucking bullshit.
I already told you I'm drinking.
Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Oh. You do your exercises today?
Yeah.
How did that go, dog? Did you cure your fucking shoulder?
Nice. Police hasn't called me yet, so no.
AIDS McGee, dude. That's a good one.
Well, his real name is like Dr. Sudoku, so I don't know.
Whoa, Sudoku.
I'm gonna take a dookie, sir.
Dude, you just need to fucking, it's like I said, body check the fucking wall with that shoulder until you hear like a pop or something, and then in the movies that means it's better. Like it fixes itself.
No, what I actually need
How
to
the
do
fuck?
is disconnect all the muscles from the top of my scapula so then it can be pulled down. That would fix it.
Stop slacking.
Why don't you just put like some hooks in the back of your neck area and then just fucking hang weights off of it?
I'll get some PCP and I'll just start doing that.
Or get one of your bags, your backpack. Just put one sleeve on the side that's the problem area, and just put as much shit into the bag
That would make it worse.
so it weighs
Bad
it
for
down.
shoulders. Yeah, that's how that works now.
Alright, man. Whatever floats
Didn't
your
they fuck?
boat,
Okay,
dog.
didn't they tell you not to
Shut
like
up.
wear backpacks like a retard It makes you hunch
Shut up.
forward, or makes your scapula's worse. It makes it
No,
thoracic.
you never told me that.
Nice.
Why are you telling me this now?
It's apparently you're on fucking zombie mode in fucking school.
Oh, zombie mode. The fuck do you mean zombie mode, dude? How many years has your shoulder been hurting you, dog?
Well, it's not my shoulder that's the problem, it's my scapula.
Your scapula, then.
Oh, it started late summer, maybe.
Do you think if somebody took out that scapula, it would be like the color of the rainbow?
It would be, no, but if you tested it, it wouldn't regenerate itself.
Because you're calling your scapula a faggot. So does that mean you're part faggot?
No. It's been taken over.
Oh, okay. I see the logic there. Yeah, amazing, dude.
It's a foreign entity. It actually
It's a foreign entity. It's not part of your body? Okay.
It couldn't be, yeah, it could be a part or in you, yeah.
So that scapula wasn't there since birth? It
This
got
one
switched
wasn't, no, this
at some point?
one...
Oh, nice.
The one I had before wasn't poking through my skin, so...
Oh. So what do you think, like, who switched it? Like, was it an alien?
I don't know. I have an idea, but I don't want to say his name.
Nice, dude. I mean, dude, you want to blaspheme, go ahead and
Ah,
blaspheme.
he knows exactly what I'm talking about.
Of course.
Oh, then you know who it is. I didn't have to tell you.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. He usually gets blamed for a lot of things.
Well, usually when it's out of your power, it's the only thing you can blame.
You don't have the power to
Move my scapula?
just,
no, I don't.
Yeah. You don't have that power, dude.
No.
But dog, your body is your temple, dog. You didn't take good care of your body, dog.
Well, you can't
Nice.
really move temples around, so maybe that is a good
Nice.
analogy.
Nice!
And temples are usually other people's as well. It's not just usually one person's. Maybe that would
Nice.
also apply here. Fucking demon creature having control of my scapula.
Nice.
Can this whore heal me?
Hey man, you gotta bloody respect her, alright? She's a human being.
Zero. She's here. Oh, I can't be healed.
Treat her with some goddamn respect. Fucking piece of shit. Hope fucking cannibal shows up. Fucking burns all of black team.
Oh, damn dog. Well, maybe they should do that so we have a reason why they're not in the original Game of Thrones show.
Nice.
Because they are supposed to be alive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, wasn't it 300 years before though?
What do you mean?
Who are you talking about?
Valorians. You said the black people, no?
No, Team Black.
Oh, Team Black. I thought you said the blacks.
Oh, Team Black.
Maybe that's why I was confused, because he is on Team Black as well, so that could apply there. Yeah. Take Bela though. She can live at least for a little bit.
What is that?
The sister that doesn't have the fish eyes.
Oh man, it's good.
You know, I'm usually not into black chicks, but she's good looking, at least to me.
No, they could all burn.
Well, she can burn after, but you know.
No, she can get stomped on. I don't need her to get burned. I need Cannibal to slowly squish her like a tube of toothpaste. Just watch her.
Like a dog eating toothpaste.
You said she doesn't have fish eyes. Well, she's gonna get fish eyes. Yeah, she's gonna get fish eyes, dude.
Suit my way back on with the help of a lawyer.
That's what I think, dude.
Both, the great James Lawrence.
If that's the only outcome I could get,
Unreported Truth Substack,
and I couldn't risk something else, I would take it. So it's good enough.
Yeah, I want that to happen. And then news travels to the Greens. They start celebrating, and then the rest of the show is just Eamon and fucking Allison. And yeah,
Wait,
that's pretty
Eamon?
much it. Yeah, Eamon.
Hey man, I'll take that too.
Bro, it's like, I don't
That's
care.
actually
They're the
good,
ones who
man.
started with this shit.
As far as I know, I'm the only person.
If they're gonna fucking have him kiss her, then might as well fucking take her from behind, dude.
Rather than being left.
That thing is so broken.
And then
man.
in 2023, I sued the federal government and Pfizer over
not even aiming
their
at me,
role
bro.
in coercing people to ban me. And that lawsuit, I've settled the federal portion of it. I settled last month with the federal government and received a payout and an acknowledgement that the government had substantial.
Yo, dog, it's only
on Twitter to ban me in 2021.
10:22.
I'm still suing Scott Gottlieb, Dr. Scott Gottlieb, and Dr. Albert Bourla. Scott Gottlieb is the former FDA commissioner under Trump 1, who moved. He's back in sort of private industry. He's on the Pfizer board, and he helped coerce Twitter to ban me. And he's the chairman of this
Pretty interesting.
Yeah.
Thanks for hanging out. What I'm talking about. It's good to have you. Get to hanging out.
Assist without gun. It's amazing.
PCC live Monday through Friday. But let's get into politics.
Hello, everybody. Ian Crossland cannot change the weather. He's here.
Holy fuck, dude! I'm getting shot from behind from everywhere.
You can make it rain is a bold claim.
So mundane.
You gotta uncover why you believe that if you're gonna make a statement.
Because people can't.
Hey, Carter Banks.
Hasty generalizations. Probably watches nothing but Gaia.com like all day.
I got this outfit off of a cowboy that I looted. I was just waiting for a moment to make that. This is
The Rand,
dude.
the Rand Paul
That's
shirt or
it's
the
not
Duster?
dead cowboy. All of it, dude. I just looted it off of a cowboy's corpse. I'm not a cowboy.
Where did the hat come from? Stolen valor is pretty. Probably a thrift.
yeah.
Goodwill.
Dude, Alex.
Ching chong ling long.
Originally, I wasn't scheduled tonight, but Alex, your stuff is like some of the. It's like the tip of the spear, dude. Because we're headed towards this corporate
have no
governance
fucking
future.
idea
It seems like that's in one way or
for
another.
what
we're
my
either going
life
Trump's
even
vision
is,
or
so.
the World Economic Forum's vision. And your ability to resist the corporate tyranny was exquisite. I guess it's still ongoing, so you can.
Well, I'm hopeful that the Second Circuit of Appeals, which is overseeing.
God, what am
my
I
case,
working for?
will hear oral arguments in this later this year, and I'm very, very hopeful that they will say the suit can move forward and that we can get discovery, meaning that Pfizer will have to turn over some documents and that we'll be able to question these folks under oath. And because I think, not to go too, COVID is done, no one wants to hear about it, but I think 5 years ago, there was a lot going on at the White House and with Pfizer, with the Biden administration in summer of 2021 that I personally would like to know about, and I think it's relevant to my lawsuit, and I think it'll be relevant to a lot of people.
Agreed. Should be good. Let's get to the first story. We got this from the New York Post. Democrats stunned after anti-Israel, anti-capitalist socialists sweep New York City primaries. The dancing days of the dirtbag left. I've got this tweet. Let me see if I can pull this one up. Joe Walsh. You guys know who that is? He was a conservative guy, and then Trump got elected, and he says, I'm going to be a Democrat now. Oh. And oh boy, is he regretting it. He tweeted,
bunch of
yes,
fucking
most
retards across the fucking
I agree.
street.
But last night, Democrats elected candidates who want to abolish prisons, defund the police, who believe deporting even violent criminals who are in this country illegally is wrong, who believe America was to blame for 9/11, who believe capitalism is evil, who believe Israel is evil, and who want to eliminate all private health insurance. Most Americans know what socialism is, but most Americans don't support ish like this. Now I'm gonna let you guys in on a secret. These candidates aren't really socialists. They're anti-American. Their intention is the destruction of America. Socialism is a vehicle by which they're attempting to do that. So why do they want violent criminals to not be deported? Because it's kind of like letting loose, a bunch of wolves into the city. They're going to run around rampaging and causing damage.
Purpose?
Why don't they, why do they want to abolish prisons? So they can have a bunch of violent criminals rampaging through your city. These are people who have explicitly stated that they want, let me see if I can pull up this tweet. I got something right here. This is from Eyal Yacobi. Daria Liza Avila Chevalier is a founder of CUAD, which is Columbia University Apartheid Divestment.
Guess I'm just gonna drink a bottle of fucking olive oil.
And eradicate America through the use of violence in America, explicitly stating, divestment is not an incrementalist goal. True divestment in this case is nothing short of the total collapse of the university structure and American empire itself. It is not possible for imperial spoils to remain so heavily concentrated in the metropole and its high cultural repositories without the continuous suppression of all populations that resist the empire's expansion.
Dude, how am I not hitting him?
This is to undermine and eradicate America as we know.
He literally one-shotted me with the pistol.
Is first and foremost an effort to extend the successes of Palestinian resistance to the heart of the empire
People
itself.
are losers, man. They just use one-shot guns on fucking keyboard.
Unrest and violence in America. And these people were just voted to Congress. So I propose, panel, she should be barred. Members of Congress, Republicans, should refuse to swear the speaker should say no. She should not be allowed to take a seat in Congress.
So we were talking about this before the show started. I don't agree.
So you say nay. What say you, Brett? Bill said, I already know.
Yeah,
Carter, what do you think?
Can you explain why? Because I guess my logic.
But just real quick.
Did she write that?
So that was she was the founder of an organization. There are two organizations. I don't know if she's the founder of both, but she's an activist and a leader in both. One's called Columbia University Apartheid Divestment. One is called the National Society for Justice of Palestinians. I think the NSJP. And that was the NSJP statement for which she is a part of that. That's her. As for CUAD, they wrote their goal is the eradication of Western civilization. So her specific quote as the leader of CUAD to destroy Western civilization. And as a member of NSJP, the eradication of
She said she specifically said she wanted to destroy Western civilization.
Let me see if I can grab the quote if I have it pulled up here. You know what? Did I?
At the very least, does the government not have the right to
ain't got
ask
no
her, like,
butter.
You have a formal connection to a group like this that has language like this. Can you either retract what you've said or divest yourself from this group?
No, I don't think so. I mean, she got
Why the fuck does this family get fucking margarine of butter?
The organization. The organization is the sport she is a founder. We are Westerners fighting for the total eradication of Western civilization.
Yeah, I mean, she's an idiot. It's idiotic political rhetoric, and like, that's what politics is.
That's how they one-shot me, but I have to shoot them twice.
That was equally.
That their goal is to destroy the society. It is
these people have
perfectly reasonable
their
for
life.
the governing body of that
Recruit
society.
People assume it's luck.
You're not allowed to sit in the position to represent.
Why do you always assume it's luck?
I would even argue that the idea was that she said that she wanted to radically change the society.
Yeah, what if they're just that good? That good?
That's different from the idea of destroying the society.
I mean, look, part of the Communist Control Act is still.
But they can place shots so accurately.
Like, it hasn't been taken off.
They just have to kill you once. This guy's in denial 24/7, dude.
Still could be enforced. I don't see a problem with enforcing that.
Nice.
I'm trying to understand. She's a Westerner who wants to
Stand by for Titanfall.
When World War III breaks out and you get shot in the head and you're in the afterlife, are you gonna be saying, dude, like, how they so lucky?
Yeah, especially when 5 shots
should have get rid of the Electoral College. Likely, she thinks that we should abolish the Senate. Okay, so I'm saying that I specifically said that I'm guessing at what she
Oh, the way to look at life,
and get rid of the Senate because states don't need representation.
Thank you for your service.
I mean, arguably, since the I think it's the 17th Amendment when they made it a popular election for senators, arguably the Senate doesn't perform the function that it used to perform.
What's it like being a veteran, dude?
17th Amendment. So the proper solution is to get rid of the 17th Amendment, not get rid of the
You
Senate.
just have people on the other team in Titans camping in the back of the map.
So I don't know, and she was one of the founders.
They're on
But
fucking
I
mouse
founded
and
a company
keyboard.
that then they went off and published something, and I was like, what? I mean, I didn't say that, you guys. Like, that's those people at my company said that. I can't.
But I'm saying, even if she says,
Are you looking forward to going overseas and getting blown up by a drone?
I don't want to be in the position of telling her New York or Texas or anywhere else.
Yeah, dude, you'll get your
You're not
your meeting after that.
Well, so the question is there a point at which you would feel there is a threat to the United States continuation?
From her? No, she's an idiot.
No. In general. Like, what would a person have to do for you to be like, okay, this is a threat to our country's existence?
Well, if the president of the United States started saying he should have a third term unconstitutionally, I'd find that a threat to the United States. But you know what? He stopped saying that.
But that doesn't threaten the United States. We have had presidents in the past that have had more than 2 terms. Granted, we did.
This guy leaves every fucking game, dude.
More than 2 terms.
Well, yeah, they're camping in the back of the map in
that
Titans.
destroy
There's
the country.
nothing I can do.
The goal of
Why the fuck would I stay in
and
that?
I understand that you're saying that her as an individual doesn't have the ability.
If my teammates in Battlefield are
DSA
pushing up to the other flags,
at
and
what point
there's
do
nowhere
we
to
say
go because
the DSA is actually
spawning in every
to the
direction every
United
2
States?
seconds.
It's stated
This guy's
goals
in
are to change
denial.
the United States through revolutionary action. At what point do you say this is too much for
funny
a
how
political party to be allowed?
You say I'm in denial, and then I get one shot again by the same thing that I use that I don't want some people with.
What if there was like the Kill the Jews party? And they were like, their political position is if elected, they would.
Sounds like denial to me, dude.
Well, I'm making a metaphor intentionally, like
trying to help you, dude.
I'm not explicitly saying the DSA is come, but I do believe that if you go to a private meeting of the DSA, they're going to be saying things very much like this.
When you
The
get,
point is,
if you ever get shot and you're
if
bleeding,
a
and you say
political
I'm
party emerged
bleeding,
when they
get
were
help.
let's say the neo-Nazi Party of America emerges, and they're like, if elected,
Yeah, I'd just say, I don't think you have, mate.
will start massacring and genociding people.
Look,
Would you be like, that's fine?
I would not like that, but
You know what I'm referencing, right?
Of course, once
as
I
a-
gave
no,
that
no,
analogy, I
we're not talking
realized what
about
I did,
saying things.
which
We're
is
talking about
fucking
if
amazingly
they're going to
ironic.
try to carry out the genocidal murder of Jews and they're elected, then we're in a very dark place.
What does the destruction of the American empire end up with? It doesn't end non-violently.
I have no idea. She's a loudmouth.
So, like, I'm just there's no circumstance where someone's stated intentions would move you to be for or against them.
No, that's not true. The question is whether or not they should be banned and whether or not they're elected
So let me
representatives.
clarify. There's no point at which a person's stated intentions would cause you alarm to think we shouldn't give a gun to this person.
Okay, pilot.
No, that's not the same thing
Let's get
either.
this job done.
I mean, if somebody shows up outside my house,
You want some toast?
The guy that fucking camps on buildings from the other day.
take action.
What if this person is like, I'm going to run for the chief of police, then I'm going to come back and shoot.
So you don't want toast stuff?
Chief of police, I guess.
No, I don't want to eat food.
No,
That's
I would
gonna
not want her
make
to
me
eat
gain
you.
weight and make me hungrier than before. I'd really rather
But dog, I don't gain weight when I eat this
If
dog.
she said,
good for you.
I'm going to run for the chief of police, and I'm not going to enforce the laws. Okay? Abolish the police.
Which is what they're saying.
Yes. Okay, that. You know what?
Okay,
People are.
okay, wait,
He can't beat me in a gunfight, so he needs some dude to.
What if she said,
Of course.
so obviously it said you can shoot, you know, that's a no-go,
Right, that's a direct.
What if she said, I will position several armed, angry people high on methamphetamines with rifles outside of your house for the purpose of destroying your home when I'm police?
Everything I've seen so far suggests that you're just not as good as these guys.
And again, I think we're getting.
Definitely truthful.
I think saying you want to destroy America through
Look, I
violence-
can speak from an objective standpoint. I'm not in the thing, you know what I mean? I think you're all emotionally tied up in this. You're not seeing things clearly, dude.
Is at this president in particular, or specifically any of the individuals, I think that misses the point, because we had 3 people elected. The DSA had a great boatload of people that the DSA members that were elected.
I think when people say, "Oh, they're
It's this
better than you," all that is saying, all they're actually
absolutely
saying is they
threat
don't
to the
use
United
the
States.
same
What's the threat
bullshit
to the Democratic
mechanics
Party? I don't know if
and
it's a threat to the
things in the
Citizens
game
Cruise ship,
Yeah.
that they
and
use.
they've got what, several hundred employees, maybe more. And you're there about to board for your vacation. When a guy shows up as an employee and he says to the guy in the boat, "Hey, can you hire me to work in the engine room?" And he goes,
Oh,
"Vacation's
God.
blow it up."
Okay.
I will do everything in my power to destroy it through violence and destroy this cruise
I'm
ship.
getting
Sure. Would you be like, that's okay.
situated.
Like, leave it up to a vote.
Stand by for Titanfall.
Or even worse, what if the let this person into the engine room who has stated she's going to blow up the engine.
Is there political rhetoric that bans you from being elected?
Right, that's the problem.
Waging insurrection against the United States.
How can you swear to support and defend the Constitution if your stated goal is to destroy the United States? Those two things are mutually exclusive.
I gotta come back to it.
See how every time I have to blow my thing up, it's always under,
That's
it's
exactly
always
what
under
the state of
something,
Colorado tried to do.
so I can't fucking get
Right?
away.
And it went to court,
And they lost.
and they lost.
What's the
as
saying
they
now,
should.
dude?
It's absurd that the state of Colorado.
That's because it was absurd.
It seems every time I need to eject
Okay,
from
but
my
they're
Titan,
many-
it's always
as
one
far
under
as they-
something, so I can't get away.
Okay, but they think you're
Yeah, well, don't be under something. Fucking idiot.
But hold on. I can cite for you decades
It's
of
not, oh,
history
if you
and
were
evidence
another
as to why
person,
they
you
are
wouldn't
lying,
have to
how they're
eject
lying,
at all
what they're doing,
because
why they're doing
they
it,
wouldn't be
why
doing any
we're right,
damage to
why
you.
we're right. And I think you know full well, especially based on
Because they weren't as bad as you, right?
what those
Is that how
people
that
were
works?
intending to do to all of us and how they tried to stop
I think so,
us
yeah.
from exposing everything. We know they are lying. And when they
So I
come
guess
out,
is
they
that why
say,
people did less
"We want
damage
to
to me in
bring
Call of Duty because I'm better than them? Is that how that works?
100 years in prison.
I didn't know that.
And they say, look, they're just activists.
So because I'm
They're lying.
so,
When they say,
what's
"Oh,
the
actually,
health
I'm gonna burn
increase
this country to the
percentage
ground,"
for
they're
being
not
better?
Oh, dude, you just
We know
died
what their
again.
intentions are.
A fucking
Yeah,
idiot.
because he literally has a one-shot gun.
Nice.
Direction that he was trying to overthrow the government. These
Yeah,
people
what's the
specifically said
standard
their
for
goal
that?
is not
Like
just
how
to-
much better
their
do I have to
goal
be
is
to
not
get like a
just
10% health
destroy
increase?
Western society. They're specifically saying to bring violence to America. So this is the
No.
Apples and oranges. It's
What?
this one that she was
How much better at them at the game do I need to be to get a
A
10%
lot
health?
fucking better, a lot better, dude. You're fucking trash.
They've got state reps now. It's not just these three
Yeah,
members of the
absolutely.
Congress.
People
Are you
like
gonna
these
give an
idiots.
answer?
And I think the reason they like them is actually quite simple.
Yeah, that was my answer. Get a lot better, dude.
And they're
Oh, I said, what's the health percentage increase?
yes, non-Americans are celebrating.
Tim, what was the greatest
Didn't you just say 10%?
Yes. Say, think it, I disagree. Do it. This is the right trend to the left.
That is true.
Did you not just ask me how much better you have to get to get a 10% health increase? Was that not your question?
Why not?
Or do you just not remember what you even
I
asked
don't
me?
remember what my question was.
Oh, that's your fucking problem, dude. Go back in the stream. Fucking idiot.
Regular people were terrified they would lose their jobs and say naughty words, and that created a big problem for them. Them now engaging in violence is still a big problem for them.
the ideal of like, hey, let's scale back, not be world police. We don't need an empirical state that's run by corporations and banks. Like,
Yes. They also specifically said Western civilization.
Here's one from CUA. We are Westerners fighting for the total eradication.
Like, I just look. I'm gonna say like I understand. I think I understand what you're saying. That basically you believe that the concept of the election is sacrosanct. It needs to remain in place. It's not something that we're willing to shove off for the sake of eradication of the Western civilization.
Fucking exploded.
Like, I understand the idea is like you don't want to let your open-minded judgment. Like, to me, that's where for me it's just like when we've gotten to the eradication of civilization, I'm comfortable with exercising.
But so what does that mean? Does that mean she's not allowed to take the office that she's got?
Absolutely. She can't. Again, she can't take the. She can't make the oath.
She will. So you're telling all, you know, 800,000 people. Your decision is not.
Oh, I'll go further than that. I think Donald Trump should send in the federal government for federal.
It's not that bad.
I would argue that the question of how do you define how bad something is. Let me put it like this.
Dude, my team is garbage, man.
We historically say so. No one in the United States thought a civil war happened. In fact, nobody in the United States actually used the phrase.
Yeah, see, of course, like every person that's always in first is always one shot kill gun with mouse and keyboard. It's fucking retarded.
They were oblivious to the things that were happening. I think when you take a look at the fact that over the past several decades, now has used the power of violence and law enforcement against the American people, and the federal, it's time to send in the feds to shut that down. We should not allow our cities to be taken over by criminals who explicitly state they are here to fight the American voter and the American will.
I mean, look, he was elected. I don't live in the city anymore. I live upstate, but he was elected by the people of New York City.
Okay.
And he has not done anything like that. I mean, I'm not even sure he said anything like that.
He did, and he is.
He said that he wouldn't support ICE? There's a lot of people in New York City who
he is going
ICE.
to shield illegal immigrants from the federal government.
Okay.
The American people voted for immigration enforcement, and he said he'd use the weight of New York's power in law enforcement to stop that from happening.
Look, as a practical matter, and I very
That's
much...
insurrection.
It's not insurrection.
Leave the game again?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, the game is over.
I don't agree with that personally.
So let me just ask
It's
you.
an awesome part of our culture.
So, if somebody is elected,
And yeah, I'm not going to stand in a lobby where my team is that bad.
everything they do is legal.
They get half my kills.
They don't take any action.
Oh, you're not going to stand in a lobby where you're that bad?
They wait for their
Well,
elected
dude.
body to
Team
pass a
gets
law
half my
before enacting
kills, yeah.
things. But things are getting serious to that point. Like, let's say Mamdani gets city council to pass the Immigration Protection Act, in which police are instructed to, if necessary, use force to stop ICE. Would you believe he should then be removed?
I mean, I don't know what the details of that are. I don't think it's smart for the city of New York not to support ICE, but if that's what they choose to, I'm not talking about shootout. I'm talking about like the stuff with the detainers.
Specific hypothetical.
Yep.
Mamdani says, so right now, ICE comes in and arrests a guy, and Mamdani says, we do not have the authority, do not have the laws right now in place to stop ICE from doing this.
Right.
City council convenes, Mamdani speaks before them and says, pass this bill to empower New York police to use force if necessary to stop ICE from kidnapping our neighbors.
That would clearly be illegal, right? That's illegal.
How's that illegal?
Because you're telling your police officers to shoot at federal agents?
I didn't say shoot.
To
use force if necessary. What does force mean? Hands? You inferred lethal force. I never said that.
I think that
It's just words, by the way. He should be allowed to do it, right? He's not actually saying shoot and kill cops. He's just saying, sometimes force is...
But this is all hypothetical, Tim.
No, I'm asking
making
you.
things up.
I'm asking you, in that scenario, would you think the feds should intervene and remove it?
Yes, in that scenario. But that's not a real scenario.
But I'm asking
every
this to
part of this
understand
fight.
specifically because you've stated he's not doing anything that has crossed the line. But if he tries to codify it, he's crossed the line.
It's a political rhetoric. It's political rhetoric on both sides. Okay? Telling your police officers that they can interfere with federal law enforcement officers is not rhetoric.
They're doing it right now in New York and California, Oregon, and Washington. Should they?
They're not helping.
Gavin Newsom, California, passed along Newsom's sign saying they will arrest federal agents for breaking
shotguns.
Should the feds go and say you can't do that? You can't say
I don't think the feds should.
Nice, dude.
I don't.
That's not the question.
Oh my god, dude, you're invisible with a one-shot gun. Actually get cancer.
That's illegal? Okay, so Trump should send the feds in and go arrest Newsom.
So now this is like really tricky issues of federal, right? Like what state laws should be, when federal laws trump state laws, who has the power.
I don't know if games are bad. I think it's just the people that play them.
Not the federal government. Okay, the federal government's supposed to handle borders, military. States are supposed to handle law enforcement. I know.
I'm gonna shut up.
Things have changed, right? But there is a federal.
I said I'm just gonna shut up.
It's not the same in West Virginia as in Texas as in New York. I like that about this country. It's a big country. That's what I was thinking as I was driving down.
Ah, dude. I'm gonna hold my tongue, dog.
West Virginia is 300 miles. It's like a long drive. It's barely the country from state. Okay?
Wow.
It's crazy, right? So that's why it's good to have.
They fucking one-shots me
I
again.
understand, but we're trying to understand the moral framework we exist in. Gavin Newsom, in the state of California, passed
I shot him enough to kill him 2 different times.
Damn, dude, you're the best at this game, and you're dying so much, dude. That's incredible. Can you explain that, dude?
Yeah, it's called one-shot weapons.
Is that what the law actually says?
Fucking mouse and keyboard.
I mean,
and then the feds responded with the masks.
Right. So that's where we are, right? So
the question is, from a moral point of view, I'm trying to figure out where your line is, because I gotta admit, you don't seem to have one. When should the federal government say, you have illegal laws, you are in violation of the Constitution, and we are sending in law enforcement to stop this?
Okay, if the federal government, if the Department of Justice believes that California law is illegal, then it should go to court, federal court, and get it overturned. Okay? It should
a fucking one-shot gun.
The federal government doesn't have authority over states.
Ultimately, the Constitution controls. Okay? And if federal court says, the Supreme Court says that states do not have the right to regulate federal law.
Going well. I've got some talented pilots here.
So let's do it properly.
So let's
do it legally.
Okay. So let's say Mayor Zoran Mamdani passes, goes to the city council. They pass a law saying that the police can use any and all force necessary to stop ICE. And then ICE comes in to try and arrest someone. Stop them. Trump let the pedophile stay in New York City until the Supreme Court next year. I think it will, because we have questions of birthright citizenship, voting rights that have been sitting with the Supreme Court here already, because the Supreme Court doesn't just issue opinions. They come together, they consider them, they write their opinions out. It takes a long time.
If there were an active conflict,
I think it's very important. Pedophile. So the feds, the argument from your man, the scenario would end up in this. So there's a pedophile in New York who's got a lot of
What, dude? Oh my god, I did literally no HP, no damage.
As we already saw, Daria Lisa. So if ICE tries to stop them, NYPD says you can't do this, you're gonna have to leave and come back later. We need a judicial one, whatever the case may be. Under your system, the pedophile shall remain in New York until.
I think even in California and New York, they aren't trying to stop.
See, I hit him twice, he didn't die.
Rego Garcia?
That pilot stepped into the wrong
I mean, the lengths they've gone to pick a guy who beat his wife, who was already caught smuggling people at Italy, who was adjudicated twice as a member of MS-13.
Fucking 2 hit markers on the guy.
Yes, they're absolutely trying to keep wife-beating human trafficking in this country. So at a certain point, you have to ask yourself if you are a man of action, or if you are going to sit by as everything burns down around you. And you know, that woman...
Nothing is burning. Nothing is burning.
What does that mean?
I mean...
Maybe do you think?
I'm not.
Everything was in chaos. Of course not. So why have the revolution back?
Whoa.
20 years. And they can see that.
Love how my ult didn't do the damage.
It's worth making the argument that the consequences historically of these kind of people being in positions of authority or having a majority have been disastrous for countries. So the actual question is, at what point do you actually say we're not going to allow this to happen to our country and take some kind of legislative action or some kind of law enforcement action?
Oh, I love how I did all the fucking work and get nothing for it, man.
They're literally calling for an actual revolution.
Nice.
I fucking hit it when it's like no HP and I still don't. It doesn't get the proc, dude. Like.
Everyone's gonna say yes. So the argument that left
Such
Thomas Hitler, and for this reason he should be prevented from
Lucky people.
I understand that people have a
Don't know what that feels like. Yo, I'm about to fucking get off the game, dude. Oh, that's the third one in the last fucking minute.
We have no investors, we have no funding, we have no connection to the Trump administration. We're a regular tour speaking out.
That's what happens when you blaspheme, dog.
That you know exactly what they were doing. Let me throw something in the mix. Stanford report that said that men 30 and under had a 1 in 16,000 chance of getting myocarditis, which shortens your lifespan on average 7 years. And they lied about it, telling young men to get
why is he
something that
aiming
they
there?
do. 1 in 16,000 is not a rare side effect. And that is a terrifying side effect that's disclosed, and they knew and lied.
And Alex,
So when these people are trying to make billions of dollars from something they know and that they won't disclose, and then they lie about me, yes, they say a lot of things about me, but we know they're lying, we know they're
Pilot stepped into
and
the wrong ring.
your point about, oh, well, you know, they say the same things about you. To Tim's point, they are lying about what the right says and what the right wants. They're specifically saying, they say that, oh, Donald Trump is a fascist, he's a threat, etc. Specifically that, and there's no evidence. None of this stuff is materialized. He was in office for 4 years. He was out of office for 4 years. He's been in for 2 years. None of the stuff that they talk about is actually materializing. These people have presented legislation to defund the police. These people have presented legislation to expropriate property. These people have presented legislation. They're actually trying to enact the things that will do this. So I understand that they do say, oh, hey, you know, Donald Trump is this big bad guy. But these people are actually taking action to do it.
Why do you think it's okay to take away someone's vote? That's what they're doing.
Because they're trying to take away people's problems.
Hold on. We're talking to Tim Cast
Keep fighting,
IRL,
pilot.
where I think
Fight's almost ready.
here
Yeah.
are in support of
I think that the disenfranchisement is an absolute
So
error.
who's getting disenfranchised?
I would give if you could promise me that the Constitution is actually sacrosanct and the rights protected in the Constitution are actually untouchable, I would throw my vote away in a second, in a heartbeat. I have no illusions about what my vote means. There is 330 million Americans. There's something like 175 million Americans that can actually vote. My vote doesn't actually mean shit, and we lie to people and tell them it's so important that you vote for this, blah, blah, blah. And then we allow people to think that if you elect a president, you're electing a king, and he's just gonna come in and fuck and blah, 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 blah. And this is on the right too, because there are people that are pissed off at Donald Trump because he hasn't done things that they wanted him to do, that he never had the power to do.
I will say, with respect, being the Timcast IRL foil, I appreciate you sitting here as we're all, angrily debating. But let me ask you some questions. Let's say we're gonna have an election on who should.
I was robbed of 4 blatant
you're here too, and you say I'd like to
Titan kills, so that's fucking cool.
So today will be the vote. And
I do all the damage. I actually get last hit, but it was given to them, so I don't know. It's just how it is.
Oh, but wait. I think it would only be fair because there's other employees that after today we get 7
Wonder what
days
that's like.
in which we can wait to see if their votes will come in. And we just kind of mailed them out to a bunch of houses in the area. They can be hand dated, just because we're expecting them to be honest. And their signature can be a picture of Mickey Mouse. Would you consider that to be a real election?
Would I consider it to be a real election? Again,
The frontier is worth every part of this fight.
You're confusing the procedure that, let's say, California just
Okay, pilots, let's
with
get this job done.
the fundamental underlying right to
No, I'm asking you a question so I can get to it. Is it a legitimate election when you can receive it out 7 days later and the date? It's got a picture of Mickey Mouse's signature and it requires 2 independent adjudicators to disqualify with evidence beyond a reasonable doubt. Is that a real election? And don't forget, we've mailed hundreds of thousands of ballots to
got
random homeless
fucking
shelters
2
and various
campers
things.
on the other team, dude.
Come on, that's not an election. No American thinks the election means we sent 185 ballots to a homeless shelter where Nithya Raman gave $600,000.
Listen,
and they can draw Mickey Mouse as their signature.
The New York Times, okay, you know I used to work for a long time. They would not okay? And like if the whole building blew up, they would not rehire.
Nice,
okay?
dude.
So I'm not saying this as like a friend of the New York Times. They wrote an editorial saying how bad California is a week ago. Everyone agrees about this, but it doesn't mean. But you're deflecting from my question. Who gets it?
The problems we have that lead us to the question of
Look at how lucky these people are, man. I'm trying to kill fucking grunts and they're fucking just sitting right there.
every address.
Not making a sound for an entire minute.
Signatures can be a doodle, which is unverifiable, and it can be hand-dated. And when a hand-dated ballot is delivered, it's not supposed to count, but only 2 individuals who can prove that the ballot that came after the election day can disqualify it. We ask then.
Of course he kills him. Of course he does.
Nice.
He can't beat me in a
So the
gunfight.
beginning of the question of enfranchisement is not women can't vote. It's
But he can beat you, dog.
that's phase 1. We then have to ask ourselves, let's say
There's no fucking contest.
and we then get
Nice.
to, there's no more universal mail-in voting. There are no late ballots. Watson v. RNC, fingers crossed, it could be ruled on tomorrow. Let's say
Can't really beat me if we're not even fucking fighting.
election day is election day. All ballots must be received.
Well, he just killed you from the front right there, dog.
Yeah, 3 people. And he's look at how bad he's lagging.
Down the street, and an NGO says, hey,
My
hey,
God.
hey, $5 to go vote.
His fucking gun. Stop shooting while he's shooting at me.
So the question of, is this country better when people who don't want to vote, don't know who to vote for, are enticed, coerced, or paid to vote?
So, urging people to vote, paying people to vote is nothing. But here, I would.
Well, that's why I didn't say that.
But here's
Say offering money, coercing, or otherwise.
I think the Republican Party should think a lot about this because there's been this thing on both sides.
Pilot, your Titan is standing by. Call it when ready.
Don't vote very often. Are going to go Democratic, right? Turns out that that's not really true.
I don't care about that.
I mean,
Stand by for Titanfall.
so
So the analogy that's often used is your plane is in the air, and
Damn, dog, he just beat
It's
you.
actually a 2-shot gun.
He beat you, dog.
plane, I'll land it, and everyone's whoa. We're gonna vote and figure out who should fly this plane.
that's not a Democratic election. Someone's trained to fly the plane. What? No one! That's my analogy.
I think the point would be, if you had a pilot trained to fly, and you had a 4-star general with decades of military experience, public service, charismatic, and the vote was only held by individuals who have active participation in the country, and this could be abroad, this could be almost everybody, they're going to say the guy trained for governance and military leadership should be the president. Instead, Donald Trump is president because he's charismatic. Now, I like Donald Trump. He's far from perfect. And if I had a choice of a president that I could choose from literally anybody, it's not going to be Donald Trump. But in the system that we have, because people who don't know anything about anything vote, Donald Trump is the best we can get. I do consider him to be a net positive, especially and the system that we have in place, because everyone gets to vote, instead of being honest,
you got beat.
Politicians lie about everything because they want to maximize everyone's confidence. I would love it if what I proposed is, in order to vote, you have to
AIDS.
So men and women, when you turn 18, you fill out your license, you check the box, I would like to vote, and be eligible for the draft. Then they say, you vote.
Nice.
Wow, look at how bad that is, dude. He just fucking swipes across the screen and fucking magically hits me. And, hey, he's using a one-shot gun, so all he has to do is hit me once.
Again, the plane is being flown, pilot has a stroke, the co-pilot says, I should take over. To do this, and then a guy stands up, slicks his hair back and says, look at me, huh? I'm a better pilot. Let's go. You know me, I'm funny. Everybody loves it. And they go, yeah, we want that guy. He's funnier.
Fuck.
So in this country, there are people who have the experience to be president. And certainly when Donald Trump ran, he did not have experience. I would argue that the structure of this country was the structure, it was like Hillary Clinton and the Republican administration, the Uniparty, really structured this country, and that's why Trump wins. I don't think you even get to that if you just stop universal voting. If you say there are some criteria by which you are allowed to vote.
Selection. No fights with the current elites running the country that Donald Trump ran against?
They're elites. Agreed. They're elites that are elected out of universal franchise.
They're elite because USAID was funneling money to various NGOs, propping up people who did not work, funding basically everybody in like Fairfax and Loudoun who have exorbitant salaries because they're lawyers or they work for NGOs because USAID gives them money for BS reasons. A non-profit was formed after 1 month was given $7
How much that guy
billion.
likes, dude? Like, holy
So these people
fuck.
are elites because they trick stupid people to vote for them. They cheat these systems through ridiculous codification. Then once they get in government, they cement themselves as a uniparty machine.
In what world do you think the guys running Pfizer and ExxonMobil and OpenAI and Goldman Sachs are not find their way into the system?
Of course they will, but the criteria by which someone gets to run the national society is not that. I'm saying that.
So look at that. No one's on my screen at all. So then I go to kill one grunt, and then someone pops up.
So the reason why, like our audience, for instance, you can't.
Like if you don't call that luck or bad luck, whichever way you want to fucking do it, I don't know what the fuck. Yeah, I couldn't care less. I'm literally irrelevant.
Nice dog, got killed again.
He just fucking half-bulleted me. Oh my god, dude.
But here's the thing. On the right, you have disparate factions that are constantly fighting. The libertarians have turned on Trump. You've got the, I guess, America First anti-Israel faction also angry. And what made up the mega coalition is broken.
Oh, I love getting double teamed in a game where. Oh, fuck, dude.
Which is consolidated. What they say makes no sense. And I'll give you an example of a tweet that I put out.
So he jumps and he doesn't fall back down. That's how bad this connection
Holy
is.
fuck, dude, you suck.
We need to prioritize LGBTQIA plus people and black and brown bodies. Hey, in fact, white people shouldn't be allowed to have this until the point I'm making with that is the insinuation is horrible.
Dude, that was terrible aim, dude.
You know, that's always the troll that I hear from people that use mad fucking mechanics. You can't play like fags, so they don't actually have
nice.
any skill in the game, so they just say you suck.
Nice.
Easily manipulated people who have no. You know, let me give you a better example. I agreed with Tom Riker. He criticized Mr. Beast because, not so much Mr. Beast, but America. Mr. Beast paid for a bunch of cataract surgeries. And he said, why do we have to have a game show help people get a simple procedure to restore their vision? It's not like it's the crazy
Nice, you win.
Go in and remove the cataract.
Yeah, the game's done. Why the fuck am I gonna stay?
Nice.
It is insane that in this country, we have people who are blind only because they have no access to this service, and a game show had to do it. In that critique, I mentioned I do not support the military-industrial complex dumping money into Congress. So then they
Can I ask you a question? Is it fun losing the game for your team, dog?
Hassan.
When did I do that?
He reacted to my reaction.
This entire night you've been playing this fucking game, dog.
So he agreed. The military-industrial complex. So basically what happened was he says in his video the military-industrial complex is bad, funding all these wars. I reacted to him saying, I agree with Hassan, the military-industrial complex is bad. Ukraine's a great example. He then laughed at me saying, yo, bro literally thinks we shouldn't support Ukraine. Because these people don't have any actual policy positions or vision. It's literally, are you in or are you out? And what that leads to is politicians like Adam Schiff. It leads to politicians like Zoran Mamdani. They're lying about everything. Their stated goal is destruction, but stupid people vote for them because stupid people are angry.
Can I ask you a question? So it seems like from what your whole description earlier about what happened to you is just, it sounds like a massive overreach on the behalf of social media companies, but as well as the government, right?
Yes, absolutely.
So I guess the question is like, in lieu of like what happened to you as an individual, shouldn't it
Ladies and gentlemen, I'll tell you what, today we have one of our biggest news days that we have ever had here in a while, and between you and me, I think that all of you are probably going to particularly enjoy today's broadcast. First off, ladies and gentlemen, as of this morning, the Democrats have just lost
it's Dragon Time.
To, I kid you not, 25 million votes. 25 million votes. Seriously, folks. This morning, this is pretty much doomsday for the Democrats. We are going to break it all down. This morning, in other news, this morning, President Trump lit Congress on fire. Absolutely going scorched earth as it pertains to the one and the only Save America Act. You've probably heard about it. And I'll tell you what, folks. We might just end up seeing this damn thing make its way across the finish line, through the House, through the Senate, and on top of President Trump's desk. Seriously, we've got some massive updates today, ladies and gentlemen. And also, frankly, ladies and gentlemen, we need to have today a very serious talk, a very serious conversation about something that is, frankly, very concerning that has been taking place across our country. A talk.
Don't worry, you're working for the good guys.
Taken seriously. I do, we do. This talk is going to be controversial. I might end up finding myself in some hot water by nature of having this talk here on today's broadcast. But we're going to have this talk anyway. It really is very important. We're going to break it all down. So bear with me. Folks, today, it's going to be one hell of a show. Make sure to hit that like button. Make sure to subscribe. Go find us on Apple Podcasts. We are on Spotify. Go drop a 5-star review. It really helps a lot. Like, follow, subscribe.
Hit markers everywhere.
We are now officially selling Morse Report, Morse Force merch, and you can also sign up for our weekly newsletter called The Night Bill. Every single week we break down every single week's top America First news.
Like those are the people where you know, no matter if they're drug addicts, if they do like civic media.
Here we go. Here we go with the conspiratorial.
No. It is 100% of the time correct. That guy, what's his name? O'Shear, 100%. No matter if he does cocaine, does meth, he has $350,000 per year job at minimum. He doesn't even have to go to work.
Oh, and you could tell this how?
Because of how lucky he is.
Ladies and gentlemen,
in one game that you've met him.
No. It's not about one game. It's about being lucky. You're not just
but you're
lucky
basing
in
this
one
all
game.
off of what, a couple interactions in a game.
One kill. That's all I need.
So you're getting all of this from just one kill.
Yeah, because
nice.
You don't just get lucky from like
nice.
one kill. Look at that dude. Look at how much he's lagging, dude. Holy fuck.
Let's go ahead and break it down. Now, folks, as you might remember, a couple months ago, President Trump signed a brand new executive order that prevented the USPS, the United States Postal Service, from delivering states across the country that have so far refused to share their voter rolls with the DOJ and with the federal government. 23 states, delinquent states to be exact, almost all of which are, guess what? Deep blue, radically progressive, sanctuary states, as they like to call them.
Just getting one hit everywhere.
Worth noting, because the USPS is
I guess the game didn't end there, dog.
and because President Trump, by nature of being president, is the chief
Fucking
executive
left.
of
You're
our
a quitter,
nation,
dude.
there's not a damn thing that the state-level Democrats can do about any of this. Well, that is other than hand over their voter rolls, which of course they do not want to do. I wonder why. But so folks, this is what brings us to today's news after going through the background information on that executive order. Let's get to today's massive news, which we're going to talk about here. But first, make sure to hit that like button. Make sure to follow, like, subscribe, Spotify, Apple, YouTube, Rumble, do it all. Ladies and gentlemen, take a look at this. Breaking news this morning.
Oh, I love how on my phone something changes just because I click something and it's not, and I do the same thing and it doesn't fucking go back.
Just
Like,
this morning over on Capitol Hill, that under President Trump's new executive order mandate
so
requiring
stupid,
states
man.
to provide lists of voters who received mail-in ballots, the
You gotta
Postal
calm
Service
down.
will not be delivering mail-in ballots to any states where officials refuse
yeah, I guarantee you that doesn't happen to that guy.
Wow, we got the confirmation this morning.
100 million %.
As I said a couple of moments ago,
Yo, what's that guy's got like fucking paraplegic legs?
by nature of shutting down all of these mail-in
I would
ballots
bet
going
my
to
legs
these
that he doesn't.
delinquent, radically progressive sanctuary states,
Nice.
the Democrats, they are now set to lose access to approximately 25 million mail-in
Nice.
ballots.
I love it,
across the
dude. I
country.
really do.
But you see, here's where things actually get a little bit
What
complicated.
happened?
This morning,
Just rearranged how the fucking thing.
the
It's so
exact
stupid. I can't believe
moment,
it.
the exact second that the USPS postmaster, David Steiner, gave this update on Capitol Hill, and you guess what happened? The exact moment he made this
Fucking
announcement,
burst gun, dude. Hey, let's use a burst gun in a game with fucking jetpacks. It's makes a lot of sense.
federal judge
What's up on burst?
was appointed by Barack Hussein Obama, has just issued a sweeping order that bans the Trump administration from implementing most of its federal voter ID executive orders, including a proof of citizenship requirement. Judge Casper concluded the Constitution, quote, does not grant the president any specific powers over elections. The DOJ is expected to appeal quickly, and by the way, the appeal has already been filed. The DOJ, they knew, the Trump administration, they knew they were going to try to do this. They knew the Democrats were going to try to pull something like this, so they had it ready to go. The Democrats, they were ready to go. The second the postmaster came out this morning and said, listen, we're not sending mail-out ballots, boom, far-left radically progressive Obama-appointed judge gets involved. The DOJ is already countering. Now, folks, here's the problem for the Democrats and their Obama.
This is what I mean. Like, leave.
Wait, you can switch classes whenever you want?
Low IQ federal judge.
Only within like a couple seconds of spawning.
The Constitution does not grant the presidency any specific powers over elections. You know what? Okay. She might be right. But that's not what President Trump's executive order did. No. You see, President Trump's executive order simply changes some of the operating protocols inside of the United States Postal Service, which is completely within his bounds to do so, considering that the USPS is a federal entity.
Spicy Gatorade is right in front of you, like literally right in front of you, and just fucking let him by you.
Telling any of these radically progressive blue states exactly what they have to do or what they have to not do. He's just saying, listen, we've got a new rule for the USPS, and there might be consequences. That's what we're saying. So she tried to smack
burst gun in a game like this is fucking retarded.
We'll get over it. So as I'm saying, this appeal has already been filed by the DOJ, and there's pretty much a 100% chance that we will win. Because as per usual, President Trump was 10 steps ahead, and also about 100 IQ points smarter than all of these radically progressive far-left DEI judges that have been
You're winning,
appointed
team.
by
Keep it up.
the Democrats. You know what, ladies and gentlemen?
Again, it tells me you can't shoot grunts, because when you shoot a grunt, there's going to be someone behind you.
Absolutely.
So I just won't do it anymore.
On the Democrats. Folks, first off, take a listen to this.
Sean, which is to explain to the American people that Democrats nuclear weapon. The Democrats that your mom and dad grew up with. The Democrats that your grandma and grandpa grew up with do not exist.
So I kill him, but he's using a noob tube. So I die.
Any office is empowering a party that wants to strip this
So fucking retarded.
to take away our security and defense over just tonight, Sean, I saw Congress online defending the Antifa terrorists in Texas for shooting an ICE officer. They actually shot an ICE officer. They were charged with
I love how little damage he takes from going inside this fucking...
You know, he's absolutely right. The Democrat Party is your
side blow it up, but
this party has been taken over and hijacked by third world communists, and it's true. Stephen Miller goes on to say this.
Look, we used to have a country, you could pick what time period, maybe say the 80s with Tim O'Neill and Ronald Reagan. We used to have a country where you had a center-left
I just don't know how this game works, I guess. I can do so much damage and I don't get kills. It's just amazing.
Democrats or blue dot Democrats. So that was the party looked at. From center left to center right.
Remember in Black Ops 1 when people were so annoyed that they kept getting their kills stolen when people go into Final Stand, that they made it so if you put them in Final Stand, you get the kill. That's how it should be.
And maim and murder and impunity where your kids are taught from the age of 2 to hate America, to hate their God, to hate their parents, to hate their family, to hate their military. That's you cannot have a middle ground with that. Ultimately, what President Trump is doing when he is leading is an America First movement that says we need Democrats to come vote for us to lead that insanity, because ultimately that's just a death knell for America.
Well, folks, I'll tell you what.
Oh, I spawned and then walked 10
years
feet.
now, droves, masses of former Democrats, former Democrat Party members, former Democrat voters that have been coming over and joining us on the right, on the sensible side of the aisle, because as we're talking about now, the Democrat Party as it was 15, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, that party doesn't exist. Okay, the party really is nothing but a bunch of third world, anti-American, anti-white communists. They are hell-bent on tearing apart this country. Well, you can't comment in the comment section down below. Let me know if you or someone you knew used to be a Democrat, maybe when they were slightly more sensible, not that they were ever entirely sensible, but a little bit more sensible at least. And you woke up one day and said, man, what the hell happened to my party? I'm surrounded by a bunch of third world communists, a bunch of jihadists. I'm out. I'm voting for Trump. I'm coming over. I'm a Republican. That's been happening in mass. In fact, well, beyond some of the regular people. Okay, RFK Jr., he was a Democrat. He's part of the Trump administration. Tulsi Gabbard, she was a Democrat. Donald Trump himself, he was a Democrat. Look at him now. Elon Musk. I mean, Scott Nelson. The names go on. Howard Lutnick. I mean, all like seriously. Okay, it's just name after name after name after name. The party is not what it was anymore. Okay, now again, it's full of a bunch of psychotic, jihadist, anti-American, anti-white voters that are hell-bent. They're doing every single thing they can to destroy this nation. They're infiltrating. They're coming in the country. They're supporting. They work their way into positions of power for the sole and exclusive purpose of destroying this republic. That is their objective. It's not to make the lives of Americans better. It's not to make America more prosperous. It's to tear down the damn republic. That is their mission. People need to stop voting for these people. But this is really goes. Okay, take a listen.
Two groups now. Radical extremists and cowards. The cowards who've allowed the radical extremists to eat the party alive Maybe they know at some level that it's wrong, that it's evil, that it's dangerous, that it's leading to all this incredible violence against conservatives that we've seen. Maybe they're just too stupid, they don't know that. But you have cowards and you have extremists. When you talk about abolishing, when you are talking about it's allowed every drug cartel, every Mexican criminal organization, like the Sinaloa cartel, you're talking about every terrorist organization on and children, worst of all, the children. You remember names like Jocelyn Nungary, where 2 illegal alien gang members from Trinidad were released on purpose, deliberately by the Biden administration, and sexually assaulted and killed this precious little angel. Thousands of examples just like that. They know what happens. They know they're causing it. They don't care because they've become that extreme and that dangerous. And thank God we have President Trump in the White House, in the Oval Office, defending and protecting this nation every day. He has to fight 2 battles every day. He has to fight a battle against the criminals and the terrorists and the foreign enemies of this country. He has to fight a battle against the Democrats who are providing aid, shelter, and comfort to those same enemies.
You know, he's absolutely right about everything here. I'm going to disagree on one note, though. Okay, respectfully, he says right now there's 2 categories of Democrats: those that are evil with ill intent, yeah, and those that are cowards that are just going along with it. I think you've got a lot of stupid people too. I would push back. I'd say there's not 2, there's 3 categories: evil with ill intent, cowards turning a blind eye, going along with it, and there's stupid people that they're just not even living in reality. You guys know I'm from Portland, Oregon originally. It's my hometown. I've got people, friends, family members, okay? Well, used to be friends, long time ago, back when I was going to school. You check in on them today. They refuse to even acknowledge that there is a problem. They've just become adjusted. Oh, there's a homeless guy peeing on the sidewalk? Ah, that's just how it is. Oh, they're finding hypodermic needles on the elementary school playgrounds, sprinkled in with the bark dust where the kids are playing. Ah, what can you do? That's just how it is. It's not really that bad. Ah, it's not that bad. Oh, there's a new shooting on the corner of the block downtown every single week. Ah, it's not that bad. It is what it is. They're stupid. They've just become adjusted to it. I don't know. They've accepted. It's not even accepted. They've developed a reason to believe that these things are inevitable. That's just how it is. That's just what it's like to live in a city. That's just what it's like to live in America. Gang shootings and Trinidad gang members. There's a guy who
I don't know if it's I assume it's just like a joke video, but people there's this channel that apparently made a video of the mountain did nothing wrong.
This was not supposed to be a season 3 premiere. You know, season 2 is supposed to be 10.
Like he did nothing wrong when he raped the woman and
yeah, I haven't watched it yet, but I just remember that now because I saw a video that one of my people I watch was a part of. I don't know. I assume it's like a joke kind of video, but I actually don't know. Dude, it's fun watching people that like the blacks watch the scenes where I'm like, yes, dude, finally. Where do the fucking ticks come from?
Shoulders back, chest out, good posture. So for this technique, I like to stick you on the wall, shoulders back, chest out, good posture, chin tucked in. If you can't reach your head to the wall, that's good reason or sign of why you have a pinched nerve in the neck in the first place, because you have severe forward head posture. So if you can't reach your head to the wall, just go as far as you can. Try and straighten up as if a string is pulling your head to the ceiling. Use one hand, I'm gonna use my right hand to start, and then I'm gonna just very gently bend my elbow to my shoulder here, keeping my head on the wall. And then I'm starting right behind the ear and digging in pretty hard. And I'm gonna slide down my neck towards my shoulder as I bring my ear towards my other shoulder. So I'm side bending my neck. And again, I'm not really pushing the range of motion of the neck, side bending. I'm digging with the fingers to get across the muscle all the way though. So for this technique, I like
on fentanyl on the sidewalk. He's a homeless person. He's been there laying dead for 3 days. Nobody's done anything. Nobody's cleaning up the body. There's hypodermic needles on the sidewalk. There's human feces smeared on the windows of businesses.
The frontier is worth every part of this fight.
They've just become accustomed. They've given up. They're weak and they're stupid.
Okay,
Sorry to be rude,
pilots,
but it's
let's
true.
get this
It
job
is
done.
actually true. And as Stephen Miller here says, thank God, literally, thank the good God up above that we actually have a president, we have a leader, the first one in decades, the first one in my entire life. I'm 32. First one in my entire life that has put himself in a position. He worked through all the trials and the tribulations and the death threats and the drama and the accusations. You're a racist, you're a Nazi. He said, listen, all of that be damned. Our country is safe. Trump was in the White House. He worked his way in, well support, and he actually is saving the country. That is what it's going to take to keep on putting America first. Ladies and gentlemen,
killed from behind, of course.
it takes a man with resolve to do what Trump has done. You know that, right? How many people, I don't know if I can say that I would, how many people do you think would put their life and their family through living hell, torture every single day? The death threats, the assassination plots, both foreign and domestic, with left-wing Antifa freaks trying to kill him and his family.
Nice, dude.
You've got foreign terrorists trying to kill him and his family. Every single day, a new media headline from the talking heads, the left-wing media. You got even people on the right that are doing it. Taking bites, biting his heels, his ankles, every single day. Bullets literally whizzing past his head and slipping.
Fucking shit, dude. I'm weak, and you fucking see me through the wall and you still die.
Okay.
Double time.
You don't have a leader like this pop up every year, every
Gotta
decade,
get
every
out to
century.
just gonna be fine.
Sometimes you only get someone like Trump once every 500 years. Who the hell knows? Have you heard about the Great Fan Theory? I'm sure some of you have heard that the wheel of mankind, you look back through the history papers, and it's really a very small, select group of men that propel society and civilization and culture forward. You know, it all kind of comes down. Sometimes all it takes is one ingenious Leonardo da Vinci, Henry Ford, like Jesus Christ. Donald Trump, you look at a guy like Elon Musk, changing the world. Comes down to one guy sometimes. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we have another massive story here today, folks, and we're going to get to it now. I think you folks are probably going to like this one. Some of the best news of the day. Ladies and gentlemen, as of this morning, Congress is on fire. The America First Republicans over in the House of Representatives, alongside President Trump himself, have just this morning gone earth. And right now, the Democrats, alongside all of their rhino friends, the Republicans in name only, well, they are absolutely. You see, they all must have thought that they got pregnant. They must have thought that they had successfully shut down the Save America Act. But I'll tell you what, I don't think any of them could have predicted or expected what has just taken place this morning. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a lot to get. Let's go ahead and get right into it. First off, we have an update from Representative Anna Paulina Luna in the House. She says the House GOP is
Holy
attempting to
fuck,
move
dude.
a
It
Senate
takes so
bill
long just to
with
fucking
no
go there, so now I'm
voter
2v1.
and no
Because
Save
my
America
team
Act.
is literally
She says,
nowhere.
I will vote no on rules for this week any longer if they do not stop the games. I am not the only one either. Other House members, other House Republicans are frustrated at the games being played. This is a problem. The Senate needs to move on voter ID. Other frontline members depend on legislation getting passed. It's to the Senate that doesn't do their job. So Carolina Leader came out this morning. She said, listen, I, as well as Republicans in the House of Representatives,
Assist another dude. I don't know how to. I don't understand.
is to save
Hit
America.
him twice.
She says the House GOP, they tried to push through a
I had to
housing
fucking
bill.
hit him 3 goddamn times.
We're not voting for this thing. She said this yesterday. More information here. Myself, this is Anna Paulina Luna. Myself and 24 other members in the House have signed a letter pledging to vote no on any and every single Senate bill unless the Save America Act is passed. Now the Senate is sending a housing package to the House of Representatives. As a part of my pledge, I will oppose this bill unless the Save America Act is passed. The Senate cannot keep obstructing President Trump's agenda while ignoring election integrity.
Loser,
And she posts an image here. 25 members in the House. House Republicans, America First House Republicans. 25 of them. They're saying, you're not getting anything from us until you pass the damn Save America Act. Good for her. They're taking over total shutdown. Words from the House Freedom Caucus. Really, that's this group of 25 America First Republicans in the House. The House Freedom Caucus, they say, no Save America Act, then no Senate wish list. Nothing is more important right now than securing our elections. Folks, boom, bombshell. This is what you love to see. Oh, you're trying to get us to vote for a bill that doesn't have proof of citizenship or voter ID? Oh, well then, you're not getting jack shit from us. Sorry, pardon my language. Folks, this is what it looks like to put America first.
Dude, like, how is he not
President
dying,
Trump
man?
chimes in. At this point, this is when President Trump chimes in. But first, before we read through this, I want to say real quick, make sure to hit that like button. Make sure to follow us.
Second time this guy was fucking. Dude,
Podcast. Go drop a
how? Dude, look at how much he's fucking lagging, dude. Oh my god, bro.
Talking about all of the greatest white pill news, the ways in which we are saving America every week. Weekly newsletter. Go check it out. MorseReport.com. This is what President Trump has to say here. This.
It's one thing about fucking private matches. You have no fucking connection problems in fucking. Look at that. Look at that.
Interest rates and even FISA.
No connection problems in fucking private matches.
He says, that is what Americans want. Both Democrats as well as Republicans and everyone else, that's what everybody cares about. Get the bad Republicans to approve it, or better yet, terminate the filibuster to approve it, and everything else Republicans have ever dreamed of. The Democrats will do it in 1 hour, 100%, should they ever regain control of the House, the Senate, and the White House. Republicans will feel very stupid if they don't do it first. I'll be watching with tears in my eyes. And then this is what really has everyone talking. President Trump followed up on this. He said, today's housing bill news conference and the signing is hereby canceled until such a time as we pass the desperately needed Save America Act, which I consider to be a national emergency. Thank you for your attention to this matter. Now, ladies and gentlemen, what are we talking about? Okay. Both
Dude, like, what gun is he using to where you can just fucking melt him across the map, dude? Just like,
Republicans in the House, Democrats in the House.
I actually have to fucking aim. These guys just fucking shoot.
Outside of this 25 American First Republican coalition, of course, they got together, they passed this housing bill. Well, you got to have the housing bill. Well, I'm sorry, what happens after the House and the Senate?
It's like they're all just fucking camping on buildings.
Sign it into effect.
Tight and ready. Call it any time, pilot.
President Trump. He is the president, President Trump. If you want that housing bill,
Fucking don't even have halfway to the, not even halfway in the score. Just camp. Camp in the back of the map.
Stand by for Titanfall.
Trump says, listen,
Great strategy.
deciding a coalition of
get one-shot fights, so you gotta fucking camp in the back of the map and use one-shot guns. It's fucking amazing. We definitely don't deserve to be fucking curb stomped.
Unless you put
Definitely
the
not.
Save America Act on top of my desk. Until that point, you don't get anything. President Trump either Congress finds a way to pass the Save America Act, or President Trump isn't signing anything into law. Because keep in mind, it doesn't matter what bill.
I don't get the kill. I love it, man. I don't get the kill. I didn't. Okay, no, I'm not playing this fucking game, dude.
Don't matter. Now, folks,
Nice.
I want to share something with you. Coming out of Fox News this morning, President Trump has just turned up the pressure on the Senate Republicans.
Hey, you do all the damage. You're hitting them. You're the last. You still don't get the kill. Wow. Yeah.
Canceled a White House signing ceremony for a bipartisan housing bill.
Unplayable.
And then issued an ultimatum. He said,
Fucking people are
"No
skipping. They're
signing
pausing
anything
halfway
until
through the
Congress
screen."
passes the Save America Act. The move puts Trump's growing frustration with Senate Republicans on full display. While the housing bill...
I wonder what it's like when you're playing a game and you pause every 10 feet. Fucking connection's so bad that you think you get one-shotted because the bullets haven't caught up yet. It's like, no, he's not using a sniper, he's using a submachine gun. It took 5 hours for the fucking bullets to connect.
Here's a picture of her wearing a defund police face mask. COVID never ends. Then separately in some other picture wearing a hijab. She's not wearing a hijab with the face mask. She's wearing the hijab in the, I guess it's the face mask substitutes in for the hijab. It's the secular keffiyeh. I don't know. In any case, she posts, "I forgot to get napkins, so I just wiped my hand on the American flag behind me," smiley face. Someone who's saying, I hate the symbol of America. I disrespected the symbol of America because I don't respect America because I hate America. She just won an election. These people should not be allowed to vote. I don't mean that with any hyperbole or intentional provocation. It's just a fact. If you hate the country, if you think the country deserves destruction, no coherent political philosophy would suggest that you should be able to vote in that country, to participate in the civic life of that country, much less be an elected official. This is not, we're not some weird parliamentary system like you have in continental Europe where crazy fringe radical parties get 1 or 2 seats. These are Democrats. And these particular kinds of Democrats are now more popular among the normal mainstream Democrat Party than the old school suit and tie Democrats. The mask, hijab, burn down America Dems are more popular among the base than the suit and tie Democrats, who were already bad enough. That is the state of the American electorate right now. That is the state of the Democrat Party. And meanwhile, we all navel gaze and we talk about things that are largely trivial, that are largely, at the very least, I should say, secondary as political threats. And we do so at our own peril. Okay, now, speaking of voting, a federal judge has just ruled that the Trump administration cannot use a database to check citizenship because they might end up purging voters. Come again? Hold on. Wait, what? Come again. We'll get to that in a moment. First, I want to tell you about Row. Go to rownutrition.com, use code Knowles. That's RHO nutrition.com, code Knowles. Modern health culture has become oddly complicated. Every week there's a new protocol, a new supplement stack, a new morning routine that apparently requires waking up at 4 a.m., plunging yourself into freezing water, and tracking 17 different biomarkers before breakfast. Couldn't be me. Couldn't be me. Mr. Davies does that stuff. Ain't gonna be me. Most people don't need more complexity. They need a few simple things they can actually do consistently. One of the many reasons that people are turning to Rose Liposomal NAD+. NAD+ is one of the most important molecules in the body and plays a role in cellular energy production and recovery. The challenge is that NAD+ levels naturally decline over time, especially when you're dealing with stress, travel, disrupted sleep, basically my entire life, trying to sleep on airplanes. What I like about Roe, especially you think about you're going to be traveling with your family this summer, you're going to be juggling the kids, you know, it's going to be rough. It's going to be fun, but it's going to be rough. So let Roe make it simple for you. It's a liposomal liquid, 1 quick teaspoon, and you're done. If you'd like to try Roe's liposomal NAD+, go to rhonutrition.com. Use promo code Knowles for 20% off. RH use of a federal database. That's headline. This is the regular news wire that is the most left-wing of all of them. So this should be the most favorable to the federal judge, toughest on the Trump administration, says, breaking, a federal judge has blocked the use of a federal database to check citizenship, saying it could wrongly purge voters. I don't think that headline is proving what they want it to prove. I don't think that headline is proving what the judge wants it to prove. There was this case adjudicated by Judge, I kid you not, Sparkle Suknanan. That's the judge's name. We now live in a country with Judge Sparkle. We have judges named Sparkle. Sparkle Suknanan. I don't know where Suknanan comes from. Don't think it came from the Mayflower. Frankly, so many of the WASPs became radical libs and enablers of radical leftists. I don't know that it would improve it. But in any case, whatever the etymology of Suknanan and the ethnic origin, I don't think it bears any relation to Sparkle. But we have Judge Sparkle now. Someone named Sparkle passed the bar and became a judge. And Judge Sparkle Suknanan says that the government is not allowed to check citizenship in databases because they might purge voters. Maybe I'm a little dumb. Maybe I'm a little uneducated. I didn't go to law school. I certainly didn't go to the law school that Judge Sparkle went to. Seems to me that if a citizenship database purges voters, that would be a good thing. That would actually be one of the main purposes of a citizenship database, and one of the main purposes of voter rolls, for that matter, is to make sure that only people who are eligible to vote, that is, by and large, should be 100% of the time citizens, only those people get to vote. That's the situation we're in. And all of these issues relate to one another. Without mass migration, you would not have Mayor Mamdani. Mayor Mamdani only won. He only won that Democrat primary because of mass migration. And you would not have mass migration without an abuse of the law by the judiciary. You would not have Democrats rigging and stealing elections in some cases to this degree without the mass migration muddying the waters and without the judges coming in and stopping the government from enforcing the law. They all work together. If you didn't have all of those things, you would not have the radicalization of the Democrat Party, and you would not have elected Democrats justifying shooting cops. Now, how are we getting all of these new citizens and voters who are not citizens? Well, according to CBS News, just reporting now, President Trump has a plan to increase the U.S. citizenship application fee by $570. So there's a fee. If you want to apply to become a citizen, you have to pay a fee. The liberal media is freaking out because Trump is going to increase the fee to apply to become a citizen. But there's one little caveat. See if you pick it up.
Applying for American citizenship could soon get much more expensive. The Trump administration has released a new plan that would dramatically increase application fees in the U.S. citizenship process. For example, the fee for paper-based applications would increase from $760 to $1,330. The fee for online applications would jump from $710 to $1,280. That is a difference of $570.
Thank you for doing that math for us.
And importantly, the plan would also eliminate fee waivers and fee reductions for low-income immigrants who are, again, requesting U.S. citizenship. Now, it's important to underscore that the changes will not take effect immediately, and the public will be able to weigh in during a public comment period for and against the rule in the next 60 days. The Trump administration argues that the fee hikes are necessary to fully recover the costs of adjudicating and processing applications. But critics say the administration is erecting yet another barrier for legal immigrants who are trying to secure American citizenship.
Okay, so it says this is crazy. You want to apply for U.S. citizenship? You have to pay
Nothing right
$1,300.
now.
It's crazy. Hold on. No one has a right to just gain U.S. citizenship, to acquire U.S. citizenship, first of all. U.S. citizenship confers on it untold financial benefits, to say nothing of legal privileges. And for that, the government asks, it used to be $700-800, now it's about $1,300 to apply for that. That would be the greatest investment anyone could possibly make. Forget about buying Bitcoin in 2006. Forget about buying Tesla in 2010. $1,300 to acquire U.S. citizenship. If you're a citizen of Uzbeki, Stan, if you're a citizen of some African or East Asian backwater, that is the greatest investment anyone could possibly make. The ROI is higher than anything Warren Buffett's ever gotten. And they're saying, well, it's too high. $1,300 is too high. But then that's not even the craziest part. The craziest part is what he says there at the end. He goes, and this policy would eliminate fee waivers for lower income people who want to apply to become citizens. In other words, we currently have a welfare program for foreigners to become citizens. I have to, I haven't had a cigar this morning. I'm doing a lot right now. I've got a little bit of stress. I don't want my blood pressure to get up too high. We have a welfare program for foreigners to become citizens, to get more welfare. The purpose of immigration, the chief purpose of an immigration program in a state, the chief purpose, is to bring in people who will contribute to the country. It is when a group of citizens, when the citizens in the body politic say, we would like to bring these people in because they will be good for our country and help us. There are other minor secondary matters like political asylum or temporary refugee status or whatever. We're talking about citizenship. They said, we want you to help us. We have now flipped that on its head. We're going to say, we're going to take in people, and not just even take them in and give them residency. We're going to give them citizenship. People who we know will immediately be a net cost to our country. We will have to forget about criminality. We're going to have to pay them. We're going to bring them in here so that we have the privilege of giving them more of our money so that they can mooch off of us. But no, that's not even enough. We're going to give them welfare just to get them here. And almost more shocking than that, the mainstream liberal media are whining about it, that we might reduce the welfare for the foreigners to come here to get more welfare. Boy, oh boy. Boy, oh boy. Seems to me we have... Whenever you think America's political problems, we've reached a peak political dysfunction for a first world global hegemon. Take a seat, and we'll keep reading. Okay, speaking of poor financial decisions, I need a little palate cleanser to some of these political issues. Let's turn to culture. There's a new Supergirl movie coming out. I don't even really know what Supergirl is. You know, I'm not the biggest cartoon comic book guy anymore, but these are very big movies. They're kind of the last big movies that anyone makes anymore. And the star of Supergirl...
I heard that Supergirl was tracking for a $50 million opening weekend domestically.
Since that
so that's
chick,
fucking horrible. It's not even gonna get number one at that number.
In America. We'll get to what is the actress's name? Millie Alcott. We'll get to that momentarily. First, the Flash deals are live at Shop. Huge.
We're gonna get blamed though.
So no game. The conspiracy, politics, and relationships.
But they'll fucking respect us some more.
Some might even claim crime. Discounts only last until Thursday tomorrow. Midnight Eastern. Do not wait. Shop.
It's interesting because she had so much good grace from House of the Dragon.
Whoa!
And now she's ruined it.
How much I missed the old intro music. Yeah, that was fun. I couldn't see it
fucking dumb bitch.
Yesterday, so kind of at the end it caught me by surprise. Look, this show's been on a long time. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that great? Much to Ben's consternation. No, Ben came in the show. This show's been on for like 8 or 9 years now. 2,000 episodes. And that old music, it goes hard, man. Dun dun dun. I agree. Should we bring it back? Is everything old new again? Is it vintage now? I don't know. We'll bring it back. Let me know in the comments if we should bring it back. Speaking of popular media, Supergirl is coming out. This is supposed to be the big movie release of the year, maybe other than Toy Story. This is supposed to be the big, big movie release. Here is the star of Supergirl explaining what the movie's about.
Discussion online about Kara's queerness in the comics. Was that something that you explored when you were preparing for the role?
It wasn't, but in honor of Pride Month, as I'm getting all these questions, I don't know. I think that what makes this film so beautiful is that it's not centered around a man. It's not centered around love at all.
Exactly.
If anything.
Yeah.
But we'll see. I don't really know, but I don't know. I don't know.
It's great.
Should probably go both ways.
Now, this is almost a perfect repeat of what that girl Rachel Ziegler did when she was starring in the live-action Snow White, and they insisted upon racially diverse casting, so that's why we called it Sand Beige instead of Snow White. But that was the least of the leftism, frankly, because she went out and went viral for saying, you know, this Snow White movie, this isn't about love. This isn't about Prince Charming. This is about a strong, independent woman being a girl boss. That's what audiences want to see in Snow White. But this is almost a perfect repeat of that from this lady, Millie Alcott. But she has a little Freudian slip here, where she says, look, in honor of Pride Month, because this is Pride Month, I just want to point out this movie has nothing to do with love. And I love this because I was on Piers Morgan's show when I was in the UK a few weeks ago, and I was debating Pride with LGBT activist type, and he said, Michael, you're wrong when you say Pride Month is about promoting sex stuff. It's not about promoting sex stuff. It's about promoting love. It's about love. That's why we have the weird leather parades in the streets with the battles and the freaky stuff. It's about love. But then this gal just admitted it's not. She goes, in honor of Pride Month, this has nothing to do with love. This is just about sexual ideology. There are no men. This is a superhero movie. Why would you have men in a superhero movie? This is about brute strength and battles. And why would you have men in that? That has nothing to do with men. And why would you have love in a narrative story, in a movie, especially a movie about salvation? What does love have to do with salvation? Now, I recall hearing that love is actually one of the theological virtues of the greatest weapon without which we have nothing. That God himself is love. We don't need love. Okay, so she does that bit. Then, speaking of the battles and the men and the brute force, she's asked, who wins in a battle, Supergirl or Superman?
Who's gonna win, you versus Superman?
I'm gonna win, but it's because he's gonna let me win. Because he is.
And that's just his character.
Yeah.
But you're also stronger.
But I'm stronger.
Objectively.
Objectively stronger.
Because this is obviously contradictory, but there was a little bit of reality there. With her, there were little reality peeks out in these comments. She said, who would win in a fight, Supergirl or Superman? Supergirl. Okay, that's kind of cute. She said, my character would win. And it's ironic because everyone knows that isn't the case. And then she goes, but I would win because he would like me. Okay, well, that makes more sense. Yeah, I guess that's cool. But then she goes, no, but I am strong. And now you can't know she's contradicting herself again. But whatever she thinks about the character, this has been the argument from all these big superhero movies and sci-fi movies for the last 10 years. This is really what destroyed Star Wars is, and South Park parodied this, and they had Kathleen Kennedy as part right and say like, I know what we'll do to the movie, we'll put a chick in it. We'll put a chick in it and make it lame and gay, and we're gonna put a chick in it, and that's what's gonna, and that's how they changed all the movies, to the point that in the new Star Wars movies, you get some little girl who's fighting the new Darth Vader character, and she's winning on strength. I mean, it's just not true. I remember asking this the younger millennials 10 years ago. We were talking about gender equality and fighting and all this stuff, and I said, hold on. You know that men are stronger than women, right? You know that. And he looked at me like I was crazy. This is a guy who was somewhat conservative. He goes, no, I mean, some men are stronger than some women. I said, hold on, that's not what I said. Men are stronger than women. Full stop. Like, the strongest woman ever, but maybe could kind of push around the weakest woman. Maybe, but like, either man probably. He said, no, what are you talking about? I can't even believe it. Younger millennials and Gen Z
have ever asked you
largely believe that men and women are
if you think
physically basically indistinguishable. That's
either
why
one of us could
but it's not true. Someone even said, well, women in many ways are stronger than men.
UFC fighter in
She
a
goes
fight.
up. She was being criticized for all of this wackiness and for potentially destroying the box office.
I'd say I could beat up at least a
And
couple.
what did she say? Did she say, oh yeah, my bad, I don't need it, I'm just getting a little over this time? He says, no, but it's going to be a fun movie.
Like if I could get a hold of them,
She derides her critics
I can
as
put one in like
Christian
a
dads of four.
half
Because all
block
these
or
people
a head
forget
block
about
or
it.
whatever.
They have these social media accounts as like dad of four, Christian. So the enemy.
I'm
for
pretty
this
sure
movie
they're
is
smaller
Christian
than
dads
they
of
look.
four. Christianity is obviously the biggest religion in the country. And dads, people with kids, the people who go see these movies. So those are the people I have. And she goes further. She goes, I mean, whose opinion do you really care about? If you're pissing off the right kind of people, you're doing okay. The right kind of people being the audience for this movie. I am really excited to see the box office come in for this movie. Don't forget, Snow White, which pushed, in some ways, a tamer version of this same kind of press tour. Snow White was a box office nuclear bomb. It was Hiroshima and Nagasaki combined. It bombed. It got $205.6 million globally. It had a production budget of $336.5 million. That's not counting all the Q&A and everything else that went into it after the fact. Snow White, which we call Sand Beige, cost the studio an estimated $170 million in losses. And that might be scratching the surface for Super Bowl, which I don't intend to see. I will go see Toy Story, because my kids love Toy Story, and I hope they didn't ruin Toy Story. There's always fear with the new movies that come out of beloved older franchises. You just fear what they're going to do. But I'm hoping, maybe I'll have a review next week. I'm hoping to do it next week. In any case, Supergirl ain't reserving my thought. So much more to get to. So much more to get to. Because we're back at the very exciting very fine done. The show continues now. You do not want to miss it. You can remember use code NOLS, KWLS. Check out the 2 months free on all your plans.
From what we can find, it's probably.
Oh shit. Fuck.
Jace. What have you done? What have you done? How could you?
Will you let him die in vain? Rhaenyra is weakened, unsuited to rule. You will have justice.
I will never have justice. But what crumbs of it may be snatched. I will devour.
We'll fight on our own terms. My purpose is to restore the rightful line to the Iron Throne.
Rhaenyra is no queen. A new dawn is coming, and she'll certainly fail.
Every one of my miseries is of his making. And I swear I'm going to find him and fucking kill him.
I am my father's heir.
Kill him.
I am my father's heir.
This is the moment you become queen. The patient hunter gets the kill.
The crown is a weight that crushes. Rhaenyra will do, in the end, what she has to do. And what she has to do will be dire.
Have you not betrayed your queen?
You can burn us. You can kill us.
I don't know. Either
Make us embrace her.
I wear my father's.
No, never mind. Fucking stupid. Wait, was that the fucking trailer? Okay, either they don't have an episode 2 trailer,
Devour.
or the episode 2 trailer is fucking crazy. It looks like a lot happens. So who knows? I wonder how much I could bench right now, literally not being able to. Well,
Something.
my fucking scapula wasn't a fucking terrorist, I'd be able to fucking bench press. My scapula is literally a treasonous piece of garbage.
An X-ray on your scalpel?
Yeah.
They just finally did that normal about it.
Well, I didn't see any. Wait, an X-ray? I believe I've gotten an X-ray on it. Now my doctor seeing the X-ray, and he still referred me to the specialist, so it could have been something bad on it, but the X-ray of the scapula won't overtly show something if the scapula is directly or indirectly causing an issue somewhere else. It's kind of like if I have a pain in my shin area, and they take an X-ray of my shin, and they don't find anything because the problem is my lower back. It's like they're not looking in the right spot and they're not putting two and two together. Do you know what that website is that tracks games being played on Steam?
Isn't it I always assumed it was just Steam itself, no?
It's weird how the current amount of players playing Counter-Strike on Steam is 500k, but their maximum all-time is 1.8. I feel like it should be way more than that. Like for PUBG right now it's 184, but it's 3.2 is the max. So it's kind of it's weird.
Did you know?
There's a reason why I wouldn't fucking play this game unless that guy was streaming it. It's fucking online. It's so fucking wishy-washy.
Who the heck spelt?
Nice, this guy's loading it up again.
Yo, the fucking fish-eyed chick in House of the Dragon, she's legitimately mentally ill. Like, there's no way she's a normal, functioning person.
Why are you saying this?
The way that she makes herself look, she looks like a fucking insane person.
Nice.
I'll get you an example. Like, what the hell?
Hello, Collider. We are the cast of House of the Dragon, and we are going to be playing.
She looks mentally. She looks fucking gone mentally.
I can't hear that.
Well, yeah, that's actually vicious, isn't it?
Hello, Collider. We are...
Yo, that is fucking insane.
What the fuck is that?
Yeah. So imagine her in the show looking already looking malnourished and insane is way more attractive than in real life. It's amazing. think ever since they made online gaming go to dedicated servers, fucking everything felt worse.
Okay, pilots, let's get this job done.
Here we go, dude. Let's see what you blame now.
2 out, now the rest.
Well, I'll blame the same things as before. One-shot guns, camping. See, he wasn't, well, I'll say he wasn't on my screen until I look away. So, of course. See how the connection's so bad that he doesn't even have his gun out? The guy just fucking freezes. Of course he has to do that because he couldn't be in that fight. I got one shot, of course.
Keep fighting and you'll get your Titan.
Getting one shot again. Wow. Okay, apparently he was there the whole time. Wasn't there the whole time on my screen.
Titan ready. Call it any time, pilot. Stand by for Titanfall.
Systems are yours. Take as many targets as you can with a 40mm.
Outnumbered caution. Hostile unit on board. Battery loss imminent. Requesting assistance.
You're talented pilot. Show them what you've got.
Friendly pilot coming to target. Major damage sustained. Salvo coordinate.
I hired the right pilot, that's for sure.
Warning, severe reactor damage sustained. Reactor is exposed. Friendly pilot will go in your target. Targeting to engage enemy Titan.
Take out those sights! Fire! Fire! Friendly down! Can't let them pin us down! Need to move! Boat's empty! Hostile Titan spotted!
Oh, we can just run through the street. How fucking friendly Titan just blew up behind me, and he can just run through it. Like, no wonder why they think someone's blind. Shit is so blatant, man. Look at that, dude. What is that timing, man? Just magically falling when I'm trying to mantle, dude.
Sonar pulse can gain positional advantage.
Falling behind. Let's pull it together, team.
Excessive damage.
Oh wait, he's actually not taking damage.
Can't win them all. We'll get them next time.
Yeah, I don't know what that was, if he was hacking or if the game were just bugged out, but he literally wasn't taking damage with multiple salvos and mags.
Nice.
Fucking garbage game, dude. This game is unplayable online.
Left another game.
Yeah, the game's over. Why do you keep saying that?
Nice. The game's always.
Okay, pilots. Let's get this job done.
There's 6 people on the other team, and it's gonna kill in like an entire minute, dude. What the fuck is happening? There's people camping, dude.
What a sharpshooter. Nice double kill. Titan ready. Call it any time, pilot. Impressive fighting. We're really winning this thing. Keep it up.
And he still doesn't die, dude. That's amazing.
Titan is ready.
Such a fucking loser, man.
Whoa.
Hasn't killed me from the front once this entire game.
Stand by for Titanfall.
What's your fucking problem?
Pilot control initiated. Seek out target boss and track
Just not even moving.
Warning. Multiple enemy pilots attacking. Part of the wall. Enemy Titan attacking the wall. Enemy Titan. Friendly pilot attacking your target.
Assist.
Friendly pilot will
How many of those I can get before my fucking heart stops?
Warning. Heavy damage sustained. Enemy Titan down.
Another one.
Enemy pilot has ejected. Enemy pilot destroyed.
They don't stand a chance. We're winning big time. Good moves, pilot.
they can kill you is if they're behind you.
Glad you're working for me, pilot.
Hostile Titan spotted!
I don't think that team knows.
See? You see that timing? He waits until he kills me, and then he instantly ejects.
Fighting. We're really winning this thing.
Even though I should have already ejected. It's just things like that. It's just...
That pilot stepped into the wrong ring. Keep fighting and you'll get your Titan. Impressive work, pilot. They didn't stand a chance.
And instead of going back to like the old Republic, which is a popular IP that people would love to see characters from, we're like, let's go back even farther so we can just make sure we fuck up the entire force and affect everybody. Because like if they can retcon and make the
you see the audience respond in the way that they do.
Time to roll in. A little bit of time to roll in. Everybody took my time slot. Yeah. You don't think I fucking know that? You don't think I feel the fucking pain in my heart every time I fucking start a stream and have a time that I think doesn't like step on anyone's toes or step on anyone's feet, and maybe that'll be the best time, and then everybody moves to that time slot? You don't think that I don't feel that fucking pain in my heart? I don't get no respect. I don't get no respect. That's how it is.
The frontier is worth every part of this fight.
You know, I'm not streaming over. They move their fucking time slot to stream over me specifically.
Okay,
I think it's Wicked Virtue. I
get
think
this
Wicked
job done.
Virtue's trying to sabotage. I think she wants to destroy my channel. Personally.
Over there.
That's what I think. But here is bullet burning going on. We needed a break from Black Mika. Let's rip a pack, PSP Ryan. If you guys want to see me rip packs, you can tune into my stream tomorrow night on RK Outpost. We do have some stuff to rip. Okay? We do have some stuff. There you go, two-hander. Thank you very much for the gifted membership. Congrats. Who got a gifted membership. That is awesome. My man Dom also with 5 gifted memberships for $25. So Dom, I mean, look, Yankees still playing well. Yankees still playing well.
2 out, down the rest.
I need to find Pokemon Pokebaddie, as it were. A Pokebaddie.
Dude, this guy's so one-shot.
Pokebaddie's the dude.
Twice I've gotten one-shot, and this guy just one-shots
anyway,
me. Like,
let's say hi.
Bro, what the fuck is that,
Let's
man?
say hi. People in the chat, and
Holy
the mediocre
fuck, that's
people in
the most
chat,
shit I've
and
ever seen.
the shitty people in the chat. Everybody. Just say hi to everybody. That's how it works.
The fact that anyone uses
I see
that,
my
dude,
creative
is
arsenal. That Steeler, Derek Bartlett, Paul Ross Chilton, Florida Man Frank, Poluka Jim, SCDB, H Dizzle, Zion Harris, Alex Felix, Harry Evans.
Whoa. Dude, he's literally just, he's actually flying.
Virtual Reality Fitness, Case 21st, Anthony Wayne. Who else? Faint Boot, Sorcery, Dave Miller, Film Nazi, Luckfield, Manitule, Play Dom H. What's up,
oh, let's see where he
interesting.
pulled. And then he stops on my body for no reason at all.
Just like Aaron Judge is on the IL, okay? Just like Aaron Judge is on the IL for Dom's. I'm on the IL.
Fighting pilot, your Titan's
a
almost
little
ready.
bit. Tripped over something in a really stupid way, and I'm pretty sure I'm gonna spray my foot. Not an ankle, my foot.
How is he not dead? Not only am I shooting him, but I'm
Big ass
aiming at the guy
bruise on
behind
it.
him, and then still hitting him, and then still hitting
Pilot,
him.
we're barely ahead.
I'm not gonna show y'all because you degenerate people out there. If I gave you a picture, I showed you
I remember when you didn't complain this much.
Couldn't imagine the things that you would do.
This guy's getting reported.
But it does fucking hurt. So I've been trying to stay off it as much as possible. Keep Kate away. Ain't no way.
Dude, how is he not dead?
Mellow Gecko for 199. Thoughts on Sean Chandler, the YouTuber? Is that what you're asking about? That's a wild question out of nowhere. But I've met Sean a couple times. We follow each other on Instagram. Every once in a while we chat back and forth. I like Sean. Don't always agree on his takes on everything, certainly. But you know, the interactions I've had with him seems like a really good dude. Every time I've ever seen him at any conventions or anything like that, dude seems awesome. So I like him. I like him. Just like anybody else, don't always agree with his takes on movies.
Stand by for Titanfall.
But it seems like a really nice guy. That was out of the blue question. Dead Stealer, $5. Racing Ryan is no longer a big bricks or even from now on, Ryan is to be known as
Same with Battlefield. There's no point in trying to fucking blow tanks or blow Titans because you're only gonna get an assist.
Freak masturbation accident? What? That would be something. That would be something.
Scar needs to sit in the site and just fucking camp because he can't get a kill otherwise.
For any person who watched SpongeBob when they were younger, the older you get, the more you understand Squidward. And I feel like I'm the
fucking loser tries to one-shot me.
I think the older you get, he starts to be really the main character of the story. I'm a Squidward guy, even though I know it's never gonna work out for him. You know? Mike Hill won't be able to catch the stream. I'll be in early stream.
Got ahead by much. Let's pick up the pace.
Happy birthday, Rick. Somebody lost my birthday.
Holy dude, that's so dumb.
Raven Super RTA.
So
Supergirl could possibly be Morbius numbers. It could. I don't believe it would be that good. I do think it's going to be
bad. Because he needs to one-shot me or else he's dead.
I do think it's going to be bad. When our tickets are available. I didn't know they were I'm gonna try to see it at some point. I gotta watch it some way, somehow, whether in a theater or my office. Or FNT. So we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. Mav Miller finished the Bane trilogy. It was great. What's your next book recommendation for Star Wars?
Titanfall is being prepared.
So the last book, genuinely, the last book that I read for the first time, right? Not like a reread or something I did, was Project Leader, and I really enjoyed the book. I really enjoyed the book, but
yeah, look at how he just grapples to the top and is exactly where I'm fucking jumping to. Like the luck you have to have. The luck required for that is genuinely mind-boggling.
I don't know if you've moved past that.
Not to mention he's on PC, just hit fire.
Star Wars. The story of rebuilding the Jedi Order, the story of Han and Leia's children growing into Jedi like themselves, and their past, their story. That's my
ready, pilot. Standing by for Titanfall.
The series are probably not necessary with something like the standard. Oh, the Dark Lord trilogy? That's a good point, Master Austin. If you want to stay bouncing around, you can read the Dark Lord trilogy. Which is Labyrinth of Evil, The Revenge of the Sith nominalization, Dark Lord Rise of Darth Vader, And those are immediately preceding Revenge of the Sith. The events of Revenge of the Sith, and then right post Revenge.
Barely ahead of us. We can do this.
How busted are those, man?
Angry Joe and Joe Russo going insane about this shit. Like, bro, the whole process is so fun. I've seen Angry Joe freaking fucked out. That guy is truly. I had never watched Angry Joe's content. He certainly has been big on YouTube for a very long time, right? For a very long time, you know, highly successful, got a huge following, all that stuff. I've never been an Angry Joe like viewer at any point in history, but holy fuck, does he just have Twitter meltdowns sometimes? And I don't mean like he's just angry. I mean he gets obsessed. And now I don't know. I just don't. As someone who tweets maybe 3 times a month, the idea of hunting down all these fucking things on Twitter
Pilot, your Titan is
to
standing by.
embarrass yourself
Stand by
every
for
day is very,
Titanfall.
very crazy. I've seen a couple of Joe's vids. The only one that I really remember watching, the only Angry Joe video I ever remember watching, or last was part 2, I should say, because it was such a huge thing, and everybody was giving their take on it, everybody was giving their thoughts on it.
Good effort, everyone.
Did it work? Did it not? Blah, blah, blah. And I was in the middle of all that stuff, obviously, covering it. That's, I think, the only one that I watched. I think I did it to, like, make a video about. I think that's the case. A lot of nerds grew up and thought they had to be left-wing. Maybe. I mean, it's one thing to be left-wing. Yeah, there's some people that would consider themselves...
Just me. I'll hold him up.
Watch this channel, even if they don't agree with some of the things I say, can still listen to whatever. Another thing that
fucking faggot.
Right. Alright, where
what
do
a
we
loser.
lost? Trucker Mark!
That's a fucking knife. Fucking fat.
Ryan, did you see the Rachel Zegler impression by Sheep Killers? I did not, Trucker Mark. I must have missed the Rachel Zegler impression.
Couldn't imagine being a fucking faggot like that.
Somewhere, it might be in the. I have a bunch of other kind of not props, but other things in there. Have I had it since I've been in this house? Have I had it since I've been in this house? I don't know.
Soldier down!
Nicholas Gore for $2. Who Nick did not love the Supergirl movie. Nick did not love it. Said that. Prince Fish, he's more trustworthy. A moon.
Dude, I'm behind the fucking wall.
That's funny that people think Twitter.
Even on his screen, I'm behind the wall.
Like a Jewish person, whereas like moons are their names like not there, but moonalist and like the species control basically the biggest banks in the galaxy, like the banking plan. But this is very funny. I see why you're asking me that question, Prince Fish. See why you're asking me that question.
This guy's just camping with a sniper, bro.
Tiggs,
Like,
Ryan, why do you want to move to LA so bad? I haven't said shit about moving to LA. What the fuck?
This guy's just noob tubing. Holy fuck.
What the fuck?
I think it's opposite. Don't hate the game. I hate the player, dude.
Man, maybe.
The game can't change how it's
Trucker
made.
Mark for 2 sheep
The player can play.
You mean sheep stealer?
Change how they play.
I thought sheep stealer.
No, they seem to only want to play like thugs.
And I'm pretty sure it's an underbite trucker Mark. Sheep Illerich said his sheep stealer.
I couldn't imagine getting killed from behind like this as someone else, as these people. There's no way.
I get it now. I'm in the UK, so I started as SpongeBob.
We can still catch up. Don't lose hope.
Fair enough, Godzilla. Means you're happy now.
I can just fucking fly around my teammates. That's all.
Means you're happy now. Jason Nelson, Ryan, step up your like if you like the battery. If the battery's charged, I'll see if I can do it. Hold on. Ow, I gotta stand up. You're hurting my foot, making me.
He's just there, dude. Can't even see him. He's just there. See how I didn't hit him through the wall, but I hit him through the wall. It's amazing.
Looks like the battery's dead. Get a new battery. Get a new battery for it, Jason.
Dude, you actually can't make it up. Dude, the one fucking grenade he shoots is the one that hits me while I'm flying across the screen, dude. Guaranteed that's not happening to him, ever. I'll give it a million fucking opportunities. Will never happen.
Taking Advil, ibuprofen.
It's not even something that should be allowed to happen. It's a 1 in a million thing, unless it's me. Where it's 1 in 3, 1 in 2.
Robert Hayes is one of the biggest meetup live. I think I'll be there from. I think I'm flying out.
Okay, no. What I just witnessed right there
I think I'm flying out
is genuine things that would never happen to anyone else.
So, what would be happening by the time we get here?
He just shot his rocket salvo
Yeah, the 5th.
that don't target people, and I'm on the opposite side of the map on a building, and his rockets hit me.
So I will be at the Vegas. Alex, half of daily S tier meta PC code RKL. But yes.
Holy fuck, dude.
The fucking stream, whatever it may be. Go check out our friends over at Meta.
And not only did that happen, but
code
now
RKL
I can't
for a
get
discount.
now my Titan's gone because I died because I couldn't get to my fucking Titan because the game started.
Channel member. Thank you very much.
Oh fuck.
Shout out. Chris Nelson, if you love Project Hail Mary, Dark Matter by Blake Crouch, great sci-fi book about multiverse. Another really fun one. Is that the Dark Matter that was adapted into a 1 or 2 season television show? Is that the same Dark Matter? I've heard very good things about the Dark Matter show. It's on my watch list basically. If I get a chance, but I've never read the book. Jim says yes. Okay. There you go. I'll have to check it out, Chris. Thank you. Hope it's not too hot in Vegas. I mean, it's gonna be hot.
Just camping on the bill. Like it's amazing.
It's hot here. I can tell you this. I will be less miserable in the heat of Vegas in August out in the desert than I am here in Orlando. I feel like the last several days it's been about 103, 104 with the heat index. It feels like 110. It's just humid as fuck. It's been disgusting. It's been gross. It's been gross.
Wow, yeah, this team is fucking garbage, dude. I'm getting absolutely joked, and I'm still first on my team.
Not that I know of. Not that I know of. Yeah,
kill from behind, dude. Like, holy fuck.
Hollywood Menace going to see Supergirl in a few hours. Reviews look atrocious. Thoughts on sub 300 million worldwide, Ryan? Lobo solo movie is probably a better idea. And if they would have done a Lobo solo movie for like $90 million, probably would have been a good idea. I don't think. I think a Lobo solo movie this early on in a universe would do all that much, right? But if you make a Supergirl movie, you should make it for probably $80 or $90 million. That's one of the real problems with all this shit, right? You can have a movie that makes $350, $400 million at the box office. Look at like Thunderbolts or Captain Black America.
The frontier is worth every part of this fight.
If you're spending less than $100 million to make it, but if you're spending 170, 200, $250 million to make these projects,
let's get
it's
this job done.
Not sustainable. David Smart, hail Ryan, thanks for the content. I hope you pray Supergirl burns to the ground with James Gunn. Can you give Smart Review a shout out? I'm at 7. Smart Review. Go check out Smart Review. Sounds like that's from David Smart Jr. Go check out Smart.
2 out, now the rest.
Blue-eyed
Fucking
Scorpion.
loser tries to one-shot me like a fucking faggot. From behind because you don't have to do because it's gonna fight guaranteed.
It's not funny at all. If Blue-eyed Scorpio says he lives on my couch, which is untrue. The number of people I can think of that I would let sleep on my couch. But Blue-eyed Scorpio is not on my couch. No, it's just can't have it. Megashine, you get the items I sent. So I went to the PO box.
Wow, see how lucky this guy is? He gets a triple with a frag grenade.
Monday? I think I went on Monday. And
it's not even fathomable.
I did get a couple. I need to show one off on stream at some point. I did get a couple cool things in my P.O. box, but I did not have any reviews from you, Mega Sheen. So maybe that got delivered yesterday. I'll probably try to check it either later this week or.
Well on your way to getting your Titan.
I did go on.
Double time.
Rabbit one, did you get and watch Akira? I have not watched Akira yet. I'm gonna be honest. I have been incredibly busy these last. Really, ever since trip out to LA and then subsequently Japan, and then coming back and had some like just real life shit to take care of. I have been. I barely watched anything new or but
oh, it needs to fucking one-shot me just to be able to fucking kill me.
Sorry, just got off the road, 12-hour drive.
Not even aiming at me. Fucking loser, man.
It's all good. Mad Dog for $1. Have you been seeing all the YN? I have been seeing a lot of the people. Wes for $5 in FML. You mentioned
holy fuck! I just hit him like 5 times. Of course, it's the same guy that needs to kill me from behind because he can't beat me in a gunfight because he's bad at the game. Of course it is.
I'm going to Vegas because that's the place I really want to fucking visit. I'm going to Vegas because it is. Not because of all the places in the world that I really want to go. I want to go fun. So like if that's something that you're not aware of,
that loser, bro, just gonna camp in the back of the map.
I wouldn't mind visiting some places.
That pilot stepped into the wrong ring.
We're not doing a meetup in China, so I don't think.
We lost the zone.
So I'm not going in August.
Oh man. Yeah. Can't win a gunfight.
Are we also Ronin for $5?
Barely get a fucking kill.
So I needed a haircut for probably about.
Can't beat him in a gunfight, even when he has the fucking edge on him.
I have somewhere to be next week.
Of course. It's almost like I can tell.
I don't know if I'm supposed to say what we're doing. Now I want to get a fresh haircut early next week. So we've been holding off. Gonna have to shuffle one more stream. One more stream with my hair. Speaking of drinking money. WD. Not fake, ready. Not phony, not a ripoff. The actual for $100.
Oh my god, dude, he's just magically not dead.
$100 super chat. Vegas bail money. WWD. Shout out. Shout out. Bro, Raheem, James Gunn, DC Studios, he knows how to make real fun. James Gunn. But James Gunn is cooking up his own fucking thing. James Gunn is getting fucking fired. There's a James Gunn contract extension. But I'm glad you're such a hardcore fan. Glad you're such a hardcore fan, Rocky.
Friendly Titan attacking your target.
Why are the James Gunn trolls? Very
sure.
Eject.
I don't get it.
That crunching hurts me more than it hurts
And
you
then-
pushing, pilot. We're barely ahead.
Motherfuckers really want me to drink tonight. It would help my foot, I'm not gonna lie. BMC CD. For $100! Another one. And another one, another one. And another one, another one. LA moved U-Haul. $100 for my car. I am not moving to LA. That's not happening. That's not happening. I don't know why this thing got started. I don't know.
That guy literally hasn't killed me from the front once this whole entire game. Not a single time. It's actually fucking retarded.
I got no plans to move to LA. There's other places I would consider moving. LA? What do we think? I did live in San Diego for a while. I pay enough taxes in a state where I don't even have a state income tax. I want to move there. I lived for 4 years in San Diego, which is, although it has a lot of problems of its own, it is markedly better than living in LA. And I live there, and I had it easy because I wasn't really a resident. I didn't pay California taxes or that because I didn't need to do that until for the last year in Indiana before I officially changed my state residency to go and move here. But yeah, fuck that noise. I will take you all.
Titan assisters.
Wherever I move, who knows? I might need a plane to get there. I might need a plane to get there. Did I? I didn't drink. I didn't drink from my Navy guy.
Titan ready. Call it any time, pilot.
Got it.
Stand by for Titanfall.
Now we need some water.
That's how you do a job.
Transferring systems to network operation.
As always, I will pick up with all everyone. Over on Streamlabs, Ryan Kimmel. What's green and has wheels? I lied about the it would have been tough for me to guess to myself.
Warning, reactor exposed. Severe damage sustained.
Still catch up. Don't lose hope.
Japan is the better choice to live. Yeah, you're telling me? You're telling me?
I don't think Gherkin has killed me a single time.
Nice.
Literally has. I don't think he's killed even in a
decrepit for
even in a Titan. He hasn't killed me a single time. It's an impossible task.
Before we talk about the main event, the main movie that's going to make way more money for YouTubers than it will for DC Studios. Look, somebody could send me a $2 super chat, and that would make me more money than Supergirl will make in DC because that movie is going to lose money definitively at the box office.
But you fought well.
Faggot.
Should we talk
Trash
about
team.
Grand Theft Auto? I think we should. Why not? Raheem is a new troll in chat. Supergirl's gonna make $1 billion. Raheem, I get that you're black. You're not that stupid though. You can't possibly believe it. You have to have a better troll than that. Okay? You gotta have a better troll than that. Belted tables. Ryan, have you been ripping any Pokemon lately? Did you get your fill in Japan? Oh, I did not get my fill in Japan. I have been getting my fix on Thursdays over on RK Outpost Live. You guys can go check it out. It's my second channel. There's a link in the description, or you can just search RK Outpost Live. The last video was actually a vlog I did here in Orlando at a Pokemon card show. But every Thursday around 9 p.m., I've been live streaming ripping packs. Because if I'm going to open all this stuff, I might as well, like, do it with you guys. No, you don't have to pay me money to open packs. I'm opening them because I want to, but we're just making content out of it, which is fun. But yeah, so go check that out. I'll be opening more tomorrow. I've got... Look, it's tough finding sealed stuff at retail that is not just Perfect Order or Chaos Rising, but we've got a couple things I think you guys will like tomorrow. We've got another Japanese. I don't know if I want to open the Pokemon Violet Japanese set or if I want to open the Mega Brave Japanese set. Do one of those. We'll do one of those. But we're going to open some Japanese cards. We're going to open... We got a fuck ton of Chaos Rising, so I'm sure we'll open more Chaos Rising, some more Perfect Order. But then also, I might have got some like Surging Sparks boxes to open. Not like booster bundles or...
You're working for the good guys.
The EX boxes. Like the Measure EX box. I think that has Surging Sparks in it. Maybe we got a couple things of Phantasmal Flames. But yeah.
Okay, let's get this job done.
It'd be fun. Open a pack right now. Not a fucking month. I mean, I kind of am a month. Was happy to find One Piece cards. So when I find One Piece cards out there, I do get them. Like if they're just in sleeve, you know, maybe trade them for other Pokemon cards. That's my plan for Ascended Heroes.
I don't fucking remember how to get it. So get upstairs.
So if I get enough fucking One Piece cards out there, maybe I can trade somebody.
Why the fuck are they just shooting randomly?
On the Under Armour Gamer, I will pay you the $10 when I get paid on the first. Of course, the Blazers didn't do shit. LOL. I like them though. Hey, I told you, man, that it wasn't about the Blazers having...
Of course, I can't find anyone, and then there's someone behind me when that's where my team is.
The money to pay him. It wasn't about that. It was about where will Giannis go, where he will sign an extension, where he will stay with the team. And it felt like that was Boston and Miami. I just could not see, like, he left a small market in Milwaukee because he got frustrated with some of the limitations. I don't think he wanted to go to another small market team in Portland. Fortunately, Ryan has discipline. I mean, for some things. Not opening my Pokemon cards. They're all sitting here. Yes, that is it. But should we talk a little bit about Grand Theft Auto 6? It's been quite a long time since a new Grand Theft Auto game came out, and GTA 6 has been probably the most highly anticipated game release for years now, as people, sometimes patiently, sometimes impatiently, have waited for Rockstar's next entry into the franchise. Certainly, there's a lot of hype, there's a lot of anticipation. information, but there's
this is
also
two different
been a
people.
decent amount of criticism and worry about this game because, quite frankly, when it takes you over a decade to put out another game, a lot of people leave. The company is not the same. The values of the company may not be the same. Will they be willing to make the same jokes that made the GTA franchise what it was for so long? But finally, after multiple delays, it looks like we actually have an official release date that probably won't get moved for Grand Theft Auto 6. But with that information comes some other information like the pricing, and people are already losing their minds, and in some ways, very understandably so. So GTA put out a big announcement, or Rockstar put out a big announcement about GTA 6. Launches on November 9th. Preload starts on November 12th. The standard edition will be $80. And this is a big question that people ask about Grand Theft Auto 6. The time they've taken, the money they've spent developing this thing. Would this reset the standard for game prices everywhere? And when you see the standard edition is $80, for most people it's like, we just kind of made this jump to 70. Are we really going to 80? Is everything going to be 80 now? That might be a question. But $80 isn't really the price for Grand Theft Auto 6. The price is really $100. And that's kind of a fucking problem because the Ultimate Edition is $99.99. This has become commonplace in a lot of game releases. Your standard game is a certain price, then you have different levels. Ultimate Edition, Incredible Mega Collector's Edition, whatever it might be. Well, the Ultimate Edition,
of course, I'm getting
is
shot
$100,
from behind, bro.
$99.99.
Like,
the problem is that
God,
some things
man.
that we consume are normal things that would be included in the full game are actually locked behind the Ultimate Edition. Grand Theft Auto 6 locks several stores, including tattoo shops, mod shops, and custom vehicles behind the $100 So what's really going on here with GTA 6? Because a lot of people ask the question, is this going to be a $100 game? Other people going to try to match this? They come out and it's $80. Maybe I could justify that considering how long people have been waiting for this game, how highly anticipated this game might be, how full of costly this game might be. But $80, that's not for the standard game. That's for like the discount version of the game that doesn't include everything. A lot of things that you would assume would be normal and accessible when you purchase the game. So what this really is, GTA 6 is $100 game. That's what it is. It's a $100 game. And with that, by the way, you don't even get it disc. That's the other thing that a lot of people are not very happy about. GTA 6 physical release has no disc. Download code only sparks backlash. And yes, because the physical edition will be required with the download. That's it. No disc at all. And I think for a lot of people that have watched the way the gaming has been going, I think it's only been a matter of time before everybody does this. Because as much as we might like physical copies, it's not as profitable for them to do physical copies. Is it great because we have that game and no one can take it away and all these things? Yes, it is nice for consumers. It's not as nice for people that are selling it. Because honestly, if you don't have to pay to make a disc, you don't have to do any of that. You don't have to worry about warehouses. If you don't have to do that, well, then your $80 game that you're selling, you get a little more. You can ship a little more. You're just doing like the online store, PlayStation store, the Xbox. Not that anyone's actually playing on Xbox, but you know what I mean. So GTA 6, we finally get through this release date. The pre-order goes live in just a couple days. I think maybe tomorrow, June 25th, might be the time you can actually pre-order. But of course, already months and months before the official release date, we've already got a significant amount of backlash, and it can't be overstated how much is on this game, just in terms of it's the most highly anticipated game release potentially of all time. And I don't say that lightly, and of course you can make arguments here or there, but I genuinely feel like this has to be in the conversation. Considering how well the GTA franchise has done over the years, considering how much money we made just off GTA 5 and GTA Online over the past basically decade and a half. Which as long as they've taken, with as patient as some people have been, and with as much money as
They're barely ahead of us.
this could potentially be the most highly anticipated game release in history. And honestly, I don't know if there's a way to make everybody happy, and people already have massive warning signs and red flags about the content itself. And when people are already worried about the price point, and you do the big reveal that, hey guys, don't worry, it's only $80, only an $80 game. But that's not actually the full game. Because all the shit you would normally expect to have in a GTA game, the GTA game that we come out with, that we spent this much time, that you've been waiting for patiently for a fucking decade and a half. By the way, you gotta pay $100 if you want the full experience. A lot of people right now are very, very worried about GTA 6.
Stand by for Titanfall.
On board. Welcome back.
Trigger.
Warning, enemy pilot attacking.
I mean, tell me, tell me in the chat, tell me what you guys think.
Warning, enemy pilot attacking. Warning, multiple enemy pilots attacking.
What a sharpshooter.
Look, Halo 2, super highly. That's also it's also only on one console. I don't think that can. I think that can compare.
You are dominating.
Reinforcements on your six.
Mario 64. That is tough for me to judge because, I mean, I was fucking, I guess, years. When did Mario 64 come out?
Gotta kill me from behind. Just can't do me straight up. Even when he's flying at me.
I was not even 8 years old. So I think it's maybe a little tough. Maybe a little difficult to reject. But still, considering that's again, huge. It's huge. That's one system.
Keep fighting, pilot. Your Titan's almost ready.
I can't compare the hype particularly for that.
Stand by for Titanfall.
Halo 3 is huge. Lines from that and celebrities showing up in stores for wild. Look, Halo 2 and Halo 3 were big. I was a little bit older than those two, honestly. I do remember the hype for those. I do remember the excitement. I don't know if it can compare in the 24/7 media cycle.
Oh, why is it running away from me?
I just don't know. Especially Elder Scrolls 6. I'm excited for Elder Scrolls 6. It's not gonna happen for about 7 years. Look, isn't
that's the kill. Wow, what a life, dude.
Good effort, everyone. Get to safety.
What it's like to just magically get fucking kills when you don't deserve it.
I think GTA 5, when you include the online stuff, might be the most